and actually has an interesting story as well. It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. The other home nations were a bit jealous, wanted in on the action, and after England played Wales in 1882, they all decided to hold an annual festival of international rugby, or the Home International Championship, which kicked off a year after. Now, the first decade was dominated by England and Scotland until Wales finally won in 1893 and Ireland a year later. After years of dipping in and out of the championship, France was invited to join full-time in 1910. But because France isn't a home nation, they had to give it a rebrand and settle on the Five Nations. But France were actually kicked out of the tournament in 1931. They were accused of paying players when rugby was still strictly an amateur sport. They had to wait years to be let back in, but after World War II, the Five Nations resumed. Didn't always run smoothly though, like in 1973 when all 5 teams won 2 matches and lost 2 matches. Now, because they didn't do points difference at the time, they just decided that everyone was the champion. It's like trying to keep kids happy, you know, the whole "you're all winners." In the years following, other teams in Europe started to get better at rugby and actually got to a stage where they were regularly beating teams in the Five Nations. In 1997, Italy beat Scotland, France and Ireland home and away. So 2 years later, the Five Nations invited Italy in, creating the Six Nations as we know it. In recent years, there have been calls to expand the tournament further to other European teams. Georgia and Portugal have been prime candidates to join of late. It's also been suggested there could be 2 tiers with promotion and relegation to promote growth of the sport in Europe. But the existing nations are a bit reluctant. So for now, it looks like the Six Nations, or Six Nations, or Sei Nazioni, is here to stay.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best U-car deals guaranteed. I'm Jamie O'Hara. I'm your host this morning alongside Gabby Agbonlahor. Morning, Gabs.
Morning, Jamie. How are we, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Very well.
Got a late shout yesterday off the bench.
Yeah.
For Big Al. What was he? Was he struggling, is he, the boy?
Can't you see all this saliva everywhere from coughing?
Was he not up for it? No, he was coughing and spluttering.
2,000 I counted, mate. Coughs.
No way.
2,000. Cough button not used once.
It's funny. I bet he'll still be in the Ned today having a couple of beers. Isn't he? Guaranteed.
Catch him somewhere.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance.
Yeah, he was poorly, mate. He was talking about I need penicillin. My doctor won't give me penicillin. I need someone to get. Where can I get it from? He's hilarious, mate. What a guy.
How are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, all well, mate. All well. Busy week of football.
Yeah.
Another busy 10 days or so of football now.
Let's not talk about football. What about Halloween? What are you doing? You got any Halloween parties lined up?
I'm the most boring guy in the world, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Call me boring James Milner now. I don't do anything. You're going to one, aren't you?
I'll go to a party tonight. I've got to dress up. I don't know what I'm dressing up as yet. I was going to go as the Ibiza final boss.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But I've got to go and find the outfit. I don't know where I can get a vest from. I need a black vest. Have you ever seen me in a black vest? I used to see you in
baggy vest.
Used to see you in bamboo nightclubs with vests on all the time with a cap.
One lad always used to come in a vest. Deary me, sweating in a vest. Where's the party?
It's just
friend's house.
It's just at a mate's house. Yeah. Do you know, like one of them where you go, I've got to go because he come to my engagement party and he's a good mate of mine. You know when you just don't want to go?
Yeah.
You can't be bothered.
You know what, though?
But you feel like you have to.
But when you
need
get
an
there...
excuse to get out of it.
When you get there, though, you'll enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Don't know.
I reckon.
I'm boring as well now, Gabs.
Oh, my, mate.
Like, I've become well boring.
Mate, I'm thinking to myself, what lovely documentary can I watch tonight in front of the fire?
Bit of Traitors? You need to get on Traitors. You need to get on Celebrity Traitors,
I need to. I do need to.
So good. He's so good, mate.
How good's Marla?
Joe's brilliant.
Same character as it is.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Deadpan.
Carnage.
Yeah, causing carnage, says it how it is, and look you straight in the eye. He's absolutely brilliant. I love him on it. I'm so glad he's done well.
I'm going to start that later. What channel?
It's on BBC. BBC.
Not on talkSPORT.
Nah, sorry, mate. Can't get it on talkSPORT. Not yet. Can you imagine me and you do it? You could be. I don't think you could be a traitor.
Why?
Because
I'm too honest.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. First time I've heard that.
Yeah. I don't know if you're good at lying. I think you just laugh. I think you get found out.
Yeah, I'm not a good liar, mate. Because when you lie, you look away from someone, don't you?
Yeah.
I've been caught loads of times, mate.
Alan Kai is amazing, mate. He can't do it. He's terrible at lying. But
is he?
My missus said to me, she said, "Do you reckon you'll be a good traitor?" I went, "Don't ask silly questions." Lying, two-faced, doing things behind people's backs. Come on.
I'm going to get on that tonight, mate. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, it's good.
All over it.
Oh, it's been so good, mate. It's so good. So no Halloween for you now?
No, the kids are coming over later and tomorrow, so do something with the kids, mate. It's all about the kids' Halloween, isn't it? You know, grown-ups getting dressed up. I mean, what are they doing?
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you leave sweets out?
For who?
For kids. When they come knocking on the door.
Nah.
Don't know if they get through your gates, can they?
Exactly, mate, yeah.
You got to leave a little bucket outside the...
They need a trampoline to get over the gates.
Oh, dear me. We're going to have loads of a bit of Halloween fun today.
Yes, why not, mate?
Some of the stuff they get you. I walk in the office, right, and they go, can you record this? Gabs is we're going to do this later. We're going to do that. I'm like, Gabs, mate, you got to start saying no to the stuff they get you doing.
Yeah, because I used to get sucked in a lot, mate. Just do this, like Ali's going to do it later. Ali don't do it. Do this, Alan's going to do it later. Alan doesn't do it. So they've got us to do one, haven't they? But maybe I'll say no, Jamie.
You're not saying no. You're definitely not saying no. Every time I hear talkSPORT is you doing something stupid.
No, mate. Forrest Gump, Only Fools and Horses, sound like a right donut.
Oh, dear me.
We'll see.
Right, we've got loads to go at today. Yes. We're going to talk football, Arsenal as well. A night full of Halloween tricks tonight. We have a proper treat for you this weekend. The Premier League is back.
Never, ever predict what happens in the Premier League.
It's amazing. It's Lyle Foster. It's Wolves 2, Burnley 3.
Chance of we are top of the league at a defiant Emirates Stadium.
We're in a really good position at the moment, but we know how early it is and how difficult every game is.
Yet another defeat for Liverpool. The drama fast becoming a crisis.
Comes from again, and he sweeps Aston Villa into a 2-0 lead.
Bournemouth 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Bournemouth are up to second in the Premier League, and their brilliant start to the season continues.
Chelsea 1, Sunderland 2, Shamsteen Toby.
That top five at the moment is incredible, isn't it?
And above Liverpool. Finished here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 4, Brighton and Hove Albion 2.
West Ham 9 games in, 4 points.
Chorus of boos around Molineux.
The picture will shift and change.
It's all go on talkSPORT all the time. Wherever there's football, we will be there.
Yeah, strap yourselves in. We've got a weekend of football ahead of us. Spurs host Chelsea before Crisis Club Liverpool welcome Aston Villa to Anfield. That's live and exclusive on talkSPORT Saturday at 8 p.m. Before all that, in one of the 5 Premier League games at 3 o'clock, Nottingham Forest face off with a rejuvenated Manchester United side. And the war of the words has certainly started to heat up. Dyche, while working as a pundit back in August, criticised Amorim's system, claiming he could win more games if he just played 4-4-2. Amorim got his chance to hit back yesterday. Take a listen.
First of all, maybe it's true. If we play in the 4-4-2, we won more games, but I always said that I have a way of playing that is going to take a while, and then in the future is going to be better. So we don't know that. Then I can look at Dyche as a manager and then as a pundit. If you are a pundit and you don't say very strong things, I don't want to watch you. I'm the same with so I can understand that it's completely different job. And I know that Dyche is really smart and he knows how to play the game. And he also understands that one thing is when we are seeing the game and talking about the game. Other thing is to coach a team. So I understand that. I have nothing to say. I just want to win the next one.
Oh, come on. You had a chance there to say, like, the old school managers then would have been Jamie.
Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow, won't we? We'll see tomorrow, Dyche.
Yeah.
Let's see the 4-4-2.
Play 4-4-2, yeah, see what happens.
Beat our 3-4-3. Let's see tomorrow. It's good to talk on the radio. Let's see what you do tomorrow with your Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
But it changed, didn't they?
Yeah. The thing is, he don't want to get involved in a Barney, I'm guessing, but I'm sure Sean Dyche will obviously go and have a chat with him. And, you know, but what I like... Yeah, yeah, and he say, you should have played 4-4-2. But I think you look at it and you go, you know, when you're a pundit, you do have to... Yeah, he said it there. You say stuff, if you're boring, I don't want to listen. So, you know, Dyche's come out and said, but I think everyone was thinking that. Play 4-4-2 or play 4-3-3.
Yeah.
Like, no one believed in the system. All of a sudden, they've won a few games now. Man United go, well, I watched them the other day, Gabs, against Brighton. It was actually decent.
Yeah.
Like, they actually looked decent. And they didn't look like they were getting overrun.
But you can't get carried away, though. It's still early. Do you know what I mean? They may not have got it in them away from home against Forest. Atmosphere will be lively for Forest to turn them over with that formation. But when you've got Cunha and Mbumo, 2 star players, mate, you've always got a chance, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
They can get you out of jail.
Do you think that Amorim now with that system, because it looks like it could start working, he probably still needs another transfer window with some players, but do you think it can be success? And what is success with it?
It is with Crystal Palace. I mean, if you've got the right players...
I know, but Crystal Palace, mate, you say it's success, right? They're 10th.
No, I know, but I'm saying what they've achieved.
Can you win a league playing that way?
I doubt it, but if you get the right players in... Look at Crystal Palace, for instance. You know what I mean? Got Liverpool, wherever they want them. They'll beat Liverpool, comfortable over Aston Villa, winning the FA Cup, winning the Community Shield, doing well in the Conference League as well. When you've got 3 top defenders who are all quick, all good on the ball, your wing-backs get goals as well. I just think the whole setup of Crystal Palace is how you should play that formation. But Manchester United are changing. It's Yoro, it's Maguire, it's Dorgood, and it's Luke Shaw. Midfield, Casemiro, maybe not as much legs. But if you had a midfield of Wharton in there, maybe Bruno Fernandes as well, I think it can work long-term with a couple more transfer windows.
Yeah, yeah. Sean Dyche defended himself yesterday as well. He claimed that he wasn't actually criticising Amorim.
You know, it's unfortunate nowadays for us, whether you're a pundit or a manager, clickbait kills everything. You know, it changed the whole story. I'm sure the Man United have got a big enough press department to watch that whole interview, because I equally said, I want managers to be given time. I don't like seeing managers coming out of situations because I've had it. I think everyone should know, and I'm sure people have told him, I have maximum respect for all managers, not just Premier League managers. I know managers from all across the football spectrum, and it's one of the hardest jobs probably in sport, or certainly I think so. And that's varying sports around the world. So I'm pretty sure that his media department will have made it clear to him. But at that point, don't forget as well, the points tally I was suggesting, maybe the basics would have worked better. That was my suggestion. And they have changed their style. So fair play to him, the management side of things, his coaching staff, the players. They have changed their style. Not necessarily his beliefs, but just their style. They are being a bit quicker to play forwards and play longer, a bit tighter and getting back into their shape and things like that. So that's management, that's coaching.
Give it a rest, Dyche. You absolutely bottled it.
You battered him, Sean.
Yeah.
We heard it all.
We've heard it all, mate. We've listened to it. We've got the department here. They've gone through it. You absolutely dug him out.
We're not clickbait, Sean.
Yeah, no clickbait.
Your words, mate.
You said it come out of your mouth. You've absolutely backtracked. What's he up to? He's bottled it there and he just go with it. Say, yeah, I would have won more games with 4-4-2.
Yeah, you can't backtrack now and say, you know, managers... They're all doing very well. I love them all.
Yeah.
Putting themselves out there in the wild and getting such a tough job. No, Sean, you hammered his formation. Stick with it.
Do you think it'll be a success at Nottingham Forest? Because this is
what's a success?
Well, they've got to stay in the Premier League for one. That's the first success, I think, right now. But, you know, I think with the players that they got, this is the best. I said this. I think it's the best squad of players that Sean Dyche has ever managed.
Yes.
So it's interesting to see where he can go with this team. What can he do? Can he surprise a few people? Because people see him as a manager who survives, right, in the Premier League. But can he go and be a manager who pushed Nottingham Forest further?
Not under this owner. I don't see him this time next year being in the Nottingham Forest job.
Really?
No way. This manager, because this manager wants to win the Europa League. He wants
the owner.
the owner wants to win Europa League. That's why he brought in Ange, because Ange wanted with Spurs. He's going to want to get higher up in the Premier League. I just feel like...
Can't they do that, Nottingham Forest?
I hope he can, Sean Dyche, but I'm saying if he's not close enough to that top 7, I just feel that this owner has got it in him to be like, oh, can we get Marco Silva over the line now? That's the one that he wanted. Wanted Mancini. That didn't work out.
Yeah.
Sean Dyche wasn't his first choice. That's what I'm saying. If, say, Marco Silva comes available and doesn't get a contract with Fulham and wants to leave for a bigger project, I think they would go for him to replace Sean Dyche in the long term. Not yet, of course, but where can Nottingham Forest finish this season? I think they can get into the top 10. I think it'll be difficult, but they've got to go on a run of games because they were very poor last game against Bournemouth, wasn't they?
I don't think they can get in the top 10.
You don't think it's possible if they go on a run?
No, I look at the teams who are in the top 10 right now. I just can't see Nottingham Forest
only 8 points,
bridging that gap. Yeah, I know, but it's 8 points. But you've also got to go and win. You've got
players they've got, mate.
Man United, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Chelsea. They're 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Look at the players that they've got, though. That's what I'm saying to you. Like, so many games left of the season, 29 games. I mean, look at the midfield: Sengare, Anderson, Douglas Luiz, top player, Morgan Gibbs-White, strikers, Jesus. You know what I mean? You've got so many players there. Chris Wood as well. Wingers, McAtee can't get a kick, really. You've got Hutchinson, Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
They've got so many options, defensively strong as well. Once they click again, fingers crossed, Sean Dyche can get them on a run.
Well, if he gets them on a run, they get in the top 10, mate. He'll definitely be there next season.
I hope so, mate.
Coming up, we're going to turn our attention to the back pages, ask the question, Mark Guehi, is he good enough to play for Real Madrid? That's next. You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie Hart and Gabby Agbonlahor. I whip my hair back and forth.
Big tune.
Willow Smith, daughter of Will and Jada Smith. Very happy 25th birthday to Willow. Gab, you ever actually had any hair?
Back in the day, mate. I'll get a picture in the break of me and my...
I can't remember you having hair yet.
My day, yeah. Not, I'm on about like 10, 11 it went. I'm on about back in the day, mate. I had an afro. Remember the afros back in the day?
Yeah.
I had one of them, mate.
I remember when I played with you, England 21s. I can't remember you having hair at all.
Nah, mate, went.
Didn't you go to the Barbers the other day? I done it on the sports bar. I was talking about you going to the Barbers.
Was you?
Yeah, why are you going to the Barbers, mate? You got no hair?
No, mate. So I'll go to the Barbers, mate, because Turkish Barbers, they give you the hot towel.
Yeah.
Everything, don't they?
Yeah.
And then when I get in there, I look in here and I say, yeah, just take it off, mate. Not got many options here, have we, pal?
So is it because I'm guessing the sides will come back?
Yeah.
So you got to take the lot off.
Look like your dad, mate. Got to shave it off, geez.
Look like your dad. All right, let's look at today's back pages. Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big three networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Morning, Katie. You with us now?
Morning,
Yes. Very good morning. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Have you got a problem with bald men going to the barbers?
No, I think that's absolutely
Jamie
fine.
and Andy Goldstein do. I don't know why.
Well, you're bald.
Yeah, but
Can't you just do it yourself?
Yeah, but it's not nice, is it? Like they give you a massage on your back.
What do you want a massage for?
When you got the hot towel on.
In a
They
Turkish
massage
Barbers?
your head, like the top of the
massage
head.
your shoulders when you got the hot towel on, and they give you the.
Quite unnecessary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big old head.
So we're not allowed to pamper ourselves, Katie.
Do whatever you want, Gabby.
Going to Barbers to get a massage.
No, not just a massage.
What type of massage you after in there?
You
What's
get
going on
the
here?
wax of the ears and the nose.
Oh,
You haven't done that,
I say the full treatment. How long are you in there?
45.
45 minutes. What?
45.
Yeah,
Jamie, how the other half live, right?
Take 4 minutes on his hair.
45 minutes. Don't make me laugh.
Oh, right, should we do the back pages
Go on
then?
then.
I'll save you here, Gabby.
Yeah,
so we're going to start. There's a couple of headlines actually floating around with lots about Manchester United, Troll of the Dyche, like you guys have been speaking about. Sean Dyche and Ruben Amorim going back and forth about 4-4-2, 4-3-3.
This is the problem, though. As soon as you come out of football and you start doing a bit of punditry, unless you're done, and you've got the opportunity to go back in, you've got to be careful what you say because, you know, as we've seen, he's coming up against Ruben Amorim. He's dug him out.
Yeah.
And Ruben Amorim, really, in the form that they're in all of a sudden, he could really stick it to Dyche.
After the game.
Yeah. I reckon if they've had a phone call, you would think, after all this press. But like I say, that was only a tiny segment of the interview. We've also got in the Daily Star, Happy Roo Year, as Manchester United chief Jason Wilcox has given a huge boost to them and is backing them to say, you know, he's going to put faith in the players and promising to splash the cash on players for Manchester United. We've also got this other story.
Didn't they say they had no money?
Yeah, well, he's now saying they're going to splash the cash and is backing Ruben Amorim. So there we go. We'll get to that in a minute.
Some teams can spend.
Yeah. We've also got this story in the Mirror with Steve Borthwick wanting to make English rugby more entertaining, calling it Bazball rugby. So we'll get to that in a minute. And then Mark Guehi, like you mentioned there, Jamie, just before the break, potentially a move to Real Madrid. That's on the back page of The Sun. So let's start with Manchester United, as Forest against Man United tomorrow will be a year's anniversary since Ruben Amorim was appointed as manager. The Guardian has the headline, holds on to United belief after his tough first year. So, Jamie, how would you sum up Amorim's first year at Manchester United?
Shocking. It's been absolute disaster class. It's only the last...
Better recently, though.
Yeah, last few weeks. All right, you've won a few... It's the first time they've won back-to-back.
Yeah.
And then he's won again. And they were all right against Brighton. And look, you can say they might have turned a page and they might look like they're moving forward with, you know, with the system. But it's been nothing sort of a disaster for Man United. They've been terrible. They got worse. They sacked the manager. They were rubbish. Terrible. All right, they crawled their way to the Europa League final, and then they put in one of the worst final performances I've ever seen. And then they've come back, and no one's been convinced with what they're doing. Last few weeks, you look at it and go, right, okay, they look better. Cunha and Buemo, Sesko up front, it looks all right, but I'm still not convinced. I'm not convinced.
Well, Adrian Durham and Alan Brazil say that the team most likely to challenge Arsenal for the title is...
Don't say Man United.
Manchester United.
Who said that?
Adrian Durham and Alan Brazil.
What's Al know? Al don't even know where Man United are in the league. He ain't got a clue. He don't even look at the league table.
They're definitely not.
Adrian Durham, I expect more from him. Yeah. That's poor shout.
They're definitely not. They've got better in recent weeks, but Manchester United got it in them to go again on a crazy run of not winning back-to-back games. It wouldn't surprise me if Forest turned them over. But when you've got Cunha and you've got Sesko and you've got Mbumo and Fernandes, let's be honest, you should be winning 3 games in a row in the Premier League. Because they're top players that cost a lot of money. They've spent so much money. We can't be giving them too many plaudits for winning a few games. We really can't.
Well, Gary Neville also has been speaking and saying recently on his podcast that the new goalkeeper that they brought in has also been the secret ingredient to Manchester United's good form, as well as the wingers in terms of Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbumo. They've started off really strong and slotted in really well, but he's actually put a lot of credit into the new goalkeeper. Can you understand why?
You need a good goalkeeper. We're looking at Martinez. I mean, Jamie will probably go into Kinski.
Don't, mate.
You need a good goalkeeper because a goalkeeper knows when it's right to play from the back, when it's right to go long, come and help your defenders out and catch a cross. Do you know what I mean? It gives so much relief to centre-halves defending, and they've got a good one who's not going to make many mistakes, doesn't look like.
Don't win nothing without a decent keeper.
No.
Nothing.
On to Mark Guehi, the story in the back page of The Sun. Mark Guehi to Real Madrid. Is he good enough to play for Real Madrid?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yes. I think he probably is. Yeah, I think he's brilliant. Yeah.
And with Liverpool spending more than 400 million in the summer transfer window, do you think actually when they look at if he potentially goes to Real Madrid, they'll be like, oh, that's the one that we missed. If they hadn't spent all the money on the Hollywood signings and you've done it more strategically and maybe got more squad depth, which Arne Slot's talking about, Mark Guehi might be the one that they're like, oh, we really should have got that.
If I'm Guehi now, I'm saying, you know what, I'm not probably making my mind up until the World Cup. If I'm him, I'm like, I'm going to have a fantastic World Cup and I can go to anyone.
He's going to be out of contract by then. He's going to be playing in the World Cup with no money.
He'll be planning ahead. You need to just have...
I don't think you can let it go that long, can you?
Also, surely having the security of knowing kind of where you're playing next season gives you, that security to go into a World Cup, play confidently and know you've got something set up after.
Howson, very good player last season at Bournemouth. But Rudiger's been woeful, always injured. Milito, always injured. So I think
he should sign for Liverpool.
There's a space there for Real Madrid.
Yeah, but I think he should sign for Liverpool. I think we want, we don't want to keep seeing our best players go abroad. Harry Kane's playing at Bayern Munich. I hate it. Jude Bellingham's at Real Madrid. All right, and then you go Mark Guehi. You're going to have 3 of the backbone of the England players who are meant to be our stars. They should be playing in the Premier League.
If you're him, who do you choose? Careful.
Depends on form.
I'm going to say Liverpool. I'm going to say Liverpool. Look at Trent. Trent's gone to Real Madrid. It's not really working out for him at the moment. And I know it's Real Madrid, but Liverpool need Mark Guehi. Yeah. He goes in, he's a star player. He starts every week, be a massive player for him. He's the future of that football club. I think Real Madrid, you can go there, maybe have a season, couple of seasons, and go out, move on, we get someone better. I think Liverpool was wanting for 4 or 5 years.
I think Real Madrid are after Canate as well, aren't they? So maybe Real Madrid get Canate over the line and Guehi.
Kate, you're a star. Thank you. We're going to see you again. That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business coming up. Robbie Savage has said pundits shouldn't be able to criticise managers if they've never been in the dugout. Gabby, Gabs, you're in trouble here.
No words.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big 3 networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
every good signing a club makes, there's bound to be a few that don't work out. Manchester United have certainly had their fair share of those, especially since the end of their golden age under Sir Alex Ferguson. Here are some of the Red Devils' worst signings since Fergie. First up, Alexis Sanchez. He'd averaged almost a goal every 2 games for Arsenal, but in his 45 matches for United, he only bagged 5. Next up, Radamel Falcao, dubbed El Tigre, or the Tiger. But at Old Trafford, he was a little more pussycat, to be honest. All the Colombian managed in 29 games was 4 goals. Moving on, things couldn't have gone worse for Jadon Sancho at United, with just 12 goals in 83 games. And it all ended after that very public spat with then-manager Erik ten Hag. Next, Ten Hag probably thought he was wise in sticking to what he knew when he brought in Antony from former club Ajax. But the £86 million Brazilian has really not been able to hack it in the Prem. The curse of the famous number 7 shirt has also had its share of victims. As well as the aforementioned Sanchez, Memphis Depay found he couldn't follow in the footsteps of Ronaldo, Cantona, Beckham and Best. He netted just 7 in 53 appearances. And those are just a few examples. To be honest, the list could go on and on. Unfortunately, that's probably why Man United haven't won the title for over a decade, and why it might take a few more years before they're in contention again.
You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie Hine, Gabby Agbonlahor, good friends at Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Gabby's bald head. It's been a big talking point already this morning. We've had a voice note in from Jeff. He's not happy with us.
Just wanted to say, not only am I my barber, I'm also bald. And us baldies have got rights as well in barber shops, right? Why can't we go and have, like, a bit of pampering? We get nothing. I love the women take in hairdressers, like 3 hours. They're laughing at 45 minutes, right? 4 hours they take.
He's spot on, mate. Mate, at least 30% of the public in this country are probably bald, surely.
30. What do you mean? You can't just come out. You can't come out with a stat that you've just made up. 30%.
I'm looking for help.
Hold on. You can't just come out with a fact and say 30% of people are bald. Probably.
Ali's bald to me.
What do you mean? Ali's
bald, patting with his head.
No, that's not bald.
Alan's bald. He's hanging on for dear life. There's so many people that are.
That's just 2 people that talk sport. That's not 30% of the country.
All right, 10%.
Oh dear.
Let us look after ourselves, Jamie.
Yeah, no, listen, I get the whole pampering, I get it, look after yourself, I get it, but it just makes me laugh. I just love to see you go into the barbers and ask for a haircut. It just makes me die.
Why?
Because there's nothing there to cut. And you spend 45 minutes in there, and you just said you spent 30 quid.
25.
25 quid?
Yeah, but I'm getting the full works, mate. Massaging your shoulders. Nose and ear waxed. Hot towel. Mate, it's decent, mate. You feel nice. Pampered, mate.
I'm not having it,
Come
mate.
out and feel like the man, Jamie.
Feel like the man. Oh, dear.
And they do nothing.
Yeah.
Go home and sit in bed.
Yeah, go home and just nap again.
Exactly.
All right, back to football. Wolves need something away at Fulham tomorrow to avoid a horror tally of 2 points from 10 games. Vito Pereira's last chance to prove he's right man for the job. Let's ask former Wolves midfielder, my ex-teammate, Dave Edwards. All right, Dave?
Good morning, Dave.
Morning, lads. How you doing?
I'm all right, Dave. All right. You've got a cap on, but you always had a good head of hair.
It's still there, Jay. The wing backs is just starting to push on a little bit, but the ball patch is okay.
Yeah. Dave, look, obviously both of us played for Wolves. You've been around the club and you know what it's like when it goes sour there. You know, we were there when we had a bit of a nightmare, but look, I'm watching it now and I'm seeing the fans. It's got really toxic, isn't it?
It has. I think the only way the fans can really showcase their feelings is at Molineux on a match day, and it's difficult otherwise. You see all the online noise everywhere, but actually on that match day at a performance, that's where the fans can really vocalise their disappointment. They're not happy with the ownership, and there's some unhappiness with the manager as well, which has happened so quickly after he was terrific at the end of the last season. The way he turned the football club around from sort of Christmas time to the end of the season was brilliant, because we looked dead and buried before that. I thought that would have get him a lot of credit in the bank, but you can't not win in 10 Premier League games. It goes beyond that as well. You look into last season as well. If you do that, then there's going to be a lot of pressure on you. But it is very similar, Jay, to the season that me and you were there and we got relegated from the Championship. There's that sort of angst in the stadium, and it's a difficult environment as a player to play. Obviously you get well paid and you've got to go there and do it, but it does make it difficult as a footballer on that pitch when the atmosphere is ready to turn.
Yeah.
Dave, it doesn't help, does it, when you conceded Wolves, not you, sorry, Wolves have conceded 19 goals, only West Ham have conceded more, 20. 4 goals conceded the other night in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. Is there a problem defensively? Well, there obviously is. They've got to do better, haven't they, at the back?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that Vito Pereira did when he first came to the club was he went back to a back five, which has been synonymous with Wolves over recent years, since Nuno came in, really. And for the first time in quite a while, we had a very settled team. You pretty much knew 9 or 10 of the starting 11. You knew what shape we were going to play. You knew the patterns of play. It was very obvious to the fans what we were trying to do. Whereas this season hasn't been like that. There's been chopping and changing. Don't really know the best 11. He's looking for the right formula. We've flipped to a back four, which seemed to work for a few games. We had a really good performance away at Spurs, which we got sort of conceded a late goal.
Yeah.
Then at home to Brighton as well, and we won a cup game against Everton in a back four. And it just started to look like it was going to click. But then the acid test came up at Sunderland, which we lost. And then obviously the home game against Burnley. And we've lost to all 3 promoted sides. And that's quite damning. But
Dave, you keep saying we. You're a Shrewsbury fan. I remember, mate. You're a Shrewsbury fan. Don't come in here and say we, you.
I had 10 years at Wolves, and I've very much become a Wolves fan as well. So I've got 2 hats on, mate.
Yeah, Dave, look, obviously we were there when it was hard, and people would like to know what it's like for... Look, the fans obviously have turned and they're going the other way. As a player, how difficult is it to play under them circumstances when you know, especially at home, it ain't easy, is it? Because you overthink stuff.
Massively. You always know you have to start the game well, and you put so much energy into those first 5, 10, 15 minutes just to try and get on the front foot and get the fans behind you. Because at Molineux, when you have got the fans behind you and it's going well, it's like a superpower. It genuinely is. It is like that at a lot of clubs, but at Molineux in particular, I think there's such a difference. But on the flip side, when it gets to the point where I wouldn't say it's completely gone at all, because I think the last 2 performances, Burnley losing was obviously a really bad result, but then against Chelsea, I think the fans really appreciated the spirit and the work that the lads did, because they came back into the game late on and there was fans that stayed behind and applauded the players. But actually during the game, like you said, Jay, it's very, very difficult, because I probably as a player technically wasn't good enough to be able to handle it as in the way that other people would, because naturally my instinct would be...
There, Dave. You
no, but I mean, like, from a natural thing, you go into preservation mode when things aren't going well. You're thinking, I don't want to be the one to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Best players say, well, no, I'm going to go make things happen. And there's a big difference elements there. And I'm not sure at this moment in time Wolves have got too many of those players that can have the broad shoulders and say, yeah, I'm going to go and get us out of this. Whereas last year, we had Mateus Cunha.
Yeah.
Absolute game changer. Give me the ball and I'll go make something happen for this team.
Yeah.
Haven't quite got a player like that. We're a very workmanlike team. We'll put in all the effort, and the fans will never ever question the players' effort. But at this moment in time, we're just missing that quality at the top end of the pitch.
Yeah,
Dave, if there's a team you want to play tomorrow, it's Fulham. I mean, lost 4 of the last 5 games. If Wolves can win this game, they go 3 points behind Fulham. So they've got to look at Fulham next. Chelsea away, obviously, after that is a tough game. But after that, it's Crystal Palace at home, must win. And then Aston Villa away is a game that Wolves normally do quite well in.
Yeah, it is a big game, and football changes so quickly. If we'd have beat Burnley in a game which was very, very tight, I think Wolves were the better team, but obviously conceded late again. If we'd have won that game, we'd be third bottom and 2 points behind Burnley and 1 win away from getting out of the relegation zone. And that's a completely different picture to what it looks like at the moment. So going to Fulham, it's another opportunity to get the points. It was a similar time last season. We went down to Craven Cottage under Gary O'Neill in a very sort of... the fans weren't really behind Gary at that point, and a lot of people wanting change. And we had a terrific game, and we won 4-1. But Mateus Cunha was absolutely magical in that game. He scored a couple, set up one. And I was actually down there in the away end for that game. And it kind of turned us a little bit, but then obviously the problems mounted again. But the good thing about going to Fulham, it's not an atmosphere like you're going to go to Sunderland, where it can be hostile, and you go to an Anfield or you go to Villa Park. It's not like that as a player. I used to love playing at Craven Cottage. It's a great part of the country. It's a lovely stadium, and you're not going to get the animosity that you get at other stadiums. So it's a nice environment to go and play, and it's a huge opportunity there for them because they won't be happy at the moment. They might be a team feeling a little bit edgy as well.
Dave, you're a star, mate. It's good to speak to you, mate.
Thank you, Dave.
Play some golf soon, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Cheers, lads.
Dave, the Shrewsbury fan there.
Good player, mate. I remember playing against him.
I played with him. He was a good player. You know what is great? He had late runs in the box. Yes. Got in the end of crosses. Yes, like as a midfielder.
Played for Wales as well.
Yeah. Loads. He was a good player. Right, Jeff has sent in another voice note on 0371722 3344, and Jeff is backing Gabby.
Actually, according to Bald Men Monthly, it's actually a legitimate stat that 30% of men are bald, and also they are the most virile and awesome ones.
I'm not having this.
I've got it here, mate.
I'm not having this stat.
Approximately 40% of men in the UK experience male pattern baldness. This percentage is an estimate based on different studies, with some sources, Jamie, placing it at 39.23%. Male hair loss is a common condition that affects a significant number of men across their lifetime.
Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Spurs v Chelsea is the 5:30 game tomorrow. We want to know from you where it's the best London derby. I'm just getting there, 03717223344. Remember, me and Rory Jennings are going to be on the game day phoning during that game tomorrow. So keep up to speed with us right here on talkSPORT. And sadly, Cundy, he's going to be with us later on. He's going to tune in at 9:30 if he wakes up. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
Yeah, what mood you're in.
Yeah, good morning. You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Gabby Agbonlahor. We've had another voice note. This time from Kessie on Balding.
I tell you what, Mr. O'Hara, you haven't got many haircuts left because your forehead's getting bigger by the day. Your hair's going.
I've always had a bit of a head, though. I've always had a bit of a big head.
Yeah.
I've got like one of them massive heads.
You think you'd look good bald?
Well, you know what? In my playing days, I had a skinhead.
I remember actually.
Yeah, I had a skinhead. Yeah, I was like the pit bull running around.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, and then I kind of thought, I don't know if
Scott Brown, didn't he? Remember Scott Brown?
I just looked like a big bowling ball. You know? I feel like I want to put you. I want to hold your head and just throw a strike with you.
I just put a wig under now to see what I look like.
I'd love to see you in a wig.
I'd like nice afro.
Yeah, I think you'd look all right.
I mean,
right, it's our biggest competition yet. Time is running out. There's less than a week to go until lines close for your chance to play and win up to £100,000. Yeah, 100 grand, completely tax-free. You could buy yourself Alan, Ali and Gabby hair transplants for that in Turkey. If you're a lucky winner, get the call next Thursday. You'll be heading to talkSPORT Towers on Thursday the 13th of November to play for that life-changing cash prize. Here's how to enter. Good luck.
18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word cash to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 6th of November at 4 p.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Right, Kate is back with us to celebrate Halloween. Right, Kate?
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. Now, Gabby is very used to my nonsense and games that I bring on talkSPORT. So, Jamie, you're in for a treat.
Okay.
So, I've got a present for you.
Okay.
So, close your eyes.
All right. Oh, I like
And
presents.
Gabby, close your eyes as well. You're going to have to pass it to Jamie, so don't open your eyes. Right, pass them to Jamie.
Last time...
that don't feel great.
And you've got one as well.
It's like a spider.
You.
Well,
Okay, open your eyes.
okay. Horns.
There.
All right. Seen these before.
There you go. So we've all got to wear them for this. Yeah, come on, pop them on.
I'm putting that on.
So we have these lovely devil horns. Gabby, go on, put them on your head.
I'll put them on your head.
There we go. They're actually for kids.
What are we doing?
So we are celebrating Halloween today, so we're going to kick things off with some Halloween football player puns. By the way, we also haven't addressed the fact that in the studio we have a giant, would you say 6-foot skeleton?
Yeah,
If you can watch us on YouTube now, you'll see all this. Gabs, you make me die, man.
No,
honestly.
I look like an absolute wally.
Right, so what do you reckon and make of these Halloween football player puns? Starting with Son Goulman, Thierry Henry, Jude Bellingham,
What is going on?
Kevin De Bruyne,
Is this what you've come up with?
Yeah. Anthony Garnacho, Erling Haaland, and finally Wayne Booney.
Wayne Booney.
Jamie's not having them.
No, I'm not having it, Kate. They're shocking. You got to be game.
There we go. Are either of you actually fans of Halloween?
No, I hate Halloween.
I can tell.
No, I actually genuinely, I hate Halloween.
Why?
What is it?
Well, the Americans celebrate it and stuff.
I know, but no.
They do it properly. I lived out in the US and they do it properly.
Yeah, but they do it for like a month. Everyone but it's just an excuse for everyone to dress up with hardly anything on.
Oh.
Do you know? But it is though, isn't it?
Problem with that, Jamie?
No,
aren't you going out tonight?
I am, yeah. Yeah, I am.
Where are those parties?
Yeah.
I love Halloween. Yeah. I love it. I'm out. I'm all out.
It's just an excuse for people to dress up. You know, like I can't be bothered.
What are you wearing tonight, then?
I don't know.
Hot pants, something.
Yeah, some hot pants. Yeah. No, I texted my mate and was like, "Look, mate, I'm not dressing up," and he was like, "You can't come then. You got to dress up." So I don't know.
Is there a dress code? Is it just fancy dress?
It's fancy dress. But that's not Halloween, is it?
Them horns on your head?
Yeah, look, just take those. I've done you a favour. Take those. You'll look great.
Horns are all right.
Yeah.
Can't use these.
Your hair stayed intact, so it's fine. So in terms of when it comes trick-or-treating, are you someone that keeps the lights out and you hide?
No, I put a pumpkin out.
Oh, you do pumpkin? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you put a pumpkin out for the kids, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, if the pumpkin's out, you can knock on the door.
Is that the rule?
That's the rule, right? I thought that. And is it a candle in the window? Come on, Gabs. I mean, I know no one can see over your fence, right? And your gates.
Do you know what, though? I used to take the kids out trick-or-treating. You get some right moody houses, don't you? I'm there knocking the door. Open the door. What are you doing?
Probably see you coming a mile off.
Not opening the door. Keep banging.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'll get it stocked up. You know, but some kids come around, they take too much, don't they?
Yeah, or they ask for money, and you're like...
Yeah, money. Like, come on, mate.
Money, yeah. One sec, mate. I've got to get my wallet.
Yeah. Sorry, mate, I got no cash. Some 5-year-old knocking on the door for £3
the card machine.
Yeah.
Says up the card machine.
You know, like, just take a couple of sweets and off your pop.
And clear off.
Yeah, clear off.
I'll kick you out the drive.
And then they all fight over the sweets. Okay, so how old is too old for trick-or-treating? Do you still do it, either of you?
No, I've got kids, but my kids are teenagers now, so they if I said to them, come on, let's go trick-or-treating, they'd laugh in my face.
I'd say 12.
12.
12, 13, yeah. That's still too old.
I don't know. I mean, you know, 12 maybe might be all right. You get away with that.
Yeah, I reckon.
My son's 12, but I don't know if he'd want to go trick-or-treating.
I reckon.
Nah, I don't know if maybe he likes food, so he'd probably go, just want some sweet. Dad, I want to go knock and get some sweets.
Got any steak in there?
Yeah. He'd come and have a dessert. I'd find him next door neighbours just having some food. Sit down having a dinner. No, listen, it's I don't know. It's all part and parcel of Halloween, right? Getting into the spirit.
When you've got young kids, though, it's so exciting for them. I mean, they live for Halloween, don't they?
They go out with their little buckets, don't they?
Love it.
Where I used to live, right? Well, we used to set up, me and my dad, we used to scare the living crap out of kids. Yeah, we'd set up properly, scream masks, jump out on the kids. And one day, parents come up and they've knocked on the door with their kids, and my dad's jumped out, and it was a fully grown adult, has lost his mind and is like trying to jump and like screamed, and he's come up my dad, and I'm like, whoa, calm down, we're just messing around. Did not like it, did not take it, in the right way. So you got to be careful. You can't go too far.
No.
Yeah.
But
I like the pumpkin rule though. So if there's a pumpkin outside the house, you can go and knock. So do you have a pumpkin outside your place at the moment?
Let's stick a pumpkin out tonight. Yeah. I'm not actually there, so.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be out. But
that and a candle in the window.
Yeah, I think that's the rule. If I haven't got it out, don't knock on my door.
No, I'm knocking, mate. Wait, some of these kids, mate, they're bossy. You're out, you kids, mate. Dad, no, you can't miss that house.
What about in the Gabby Agbonlahor household? Are there spider web decorations out?
Yes, there is, mate.
Really?
This is a nightmare. Honestly, we sat the other day, mate, all you set up, trying to watch the football with my son on the weekend. Got all these webs all over me and stuff. It's like, what are you doing?
Nah.
Horrible, mate.
No decorations are allowed up in my house. My missus is trying to get like the Christmas decorations out. I was in a Christmas shop the other day, and it's an absolute disgrace. But I'll only allow Christmas decorations. That's the only. Anything else, she wants to put Halloween stuff out. I'm like, no, bore off. I ain't having it.
He says this with a 6-foot skeleton in wearing devil horns. We've actually got him into the Halloween spirit.
It looks a bit like Gabby, this skeleton. He's
when I've been dug up.
Yeah, he's still got no hair.
Even less.
All right. Kate, thanks again. Coming up, don't worry, we're going to turn our attention back to football, look at the issues at Liverpool. Arnie Slot, can he fix them? Live on talkSPORT tomorrow night at home to Gabby's Villa.
the Toffees to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves two club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles," and some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie Hart, and Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark get the UK's best used car deals guarantees. Crisis Club Liverpool are back in action tomorrow live on talkSPORT against Aston Villa, looking to avoid the 5th straight league defeat.
No title challenge for decades has withstood a run of 4 successive Premier League defeats.
Doing loads of business and it's all over the place. It feels like you're spinning plates with everything, every position.
He's moaning about the squad here now that he hasn't got the strength and depth. Well, that's his fault by spending all that money on.
The drama fast becoming a crisis. Liverpool 0, Palace 3.
They're defending their title. This has been a poor defence.
First of all, we need to be ready for Aston Villa.
And Aston Villa have beaten Manchester City at Villa Park.
The players, they are mature and they are showing their responsibility.
And then win 4 on the bounce.
You know, everyone around the club worked for Unai Emery, even the sporting directors above him.
Is the end of the crisis in sight? Villa at home here on Saturday is now a game of epic proportion.
Yeah, been a shocking run of form for Liverpool. Arne Slot, he's come under huge criticism on Wednesday night for fielding a team of teenagers in the Carabao Cup against Crystal Palace. former Premier League manager Alan Pardew has claimed he's just put himself under more pressure.
I mean, looking at the feedback he's had after last night and the team that he selected, he's put himself under massive pressure, something that he wouldn't have expected, particularly with the signings they made in the summer. But the gelling, the coming together of that squad looks all over the place at the moment. There's definitely a feeling of unease that is spreading.
Yeah, Liverpool fans want to hear from you because it's not going well at the moment. What has actually happened? Is it Arnie's slot? Is it the players need to be better? 03717 223344. Let's get a bit more of this and cross over to writer, broadcaster for the Times, Tony Evans joins us. All right, Tony?
Good morning, Tony.
Hi, Jamie. How are you? How are you, Gabby?
You all right, mate?
Tone, slot. The other night, I have to say, I was a bit surprised at how young that team was, how inexperienced, and the bench as well. Tony didn't even put any big hitters on the bench to get himself out of trouble. He just kind of let it go, didn't he?
Yeah, I can see the logic of it. With 3 really big games coming up: Villa, Real Madrid, and then Manchester City. But there's times when you need a victory, you need a win, and I think he got it wrong. As I say, it's one of them. It's easy to understand why he's done it, but when you're on a run like this, you need to build confidence and get things moving again.
What do you think the big problems at Liverpool? I mean, going forward, Ekatike's looks sharp. Isak hasn't got going yet. Neither has Wirtz. Salah's not been at his best. But the defensive record, I mean, they've conceded first in the last 7 games. I mean, you would never have thought that, would you, last season, with the quality they've got back there?
Yeah, well, Gabby, you change both full backs, then there's going to be uncertainty. The goalkeeper's injured, Alisson's injured, and so you've got a second choice in there. The buys, integrating the summer buys, and let's face it, everyone in sort of who supports Liverpool was really happy with the summer business. But you look at it now and you think there's too much change, and he struggled to integrate the players. Also there's personal form. We've had drop-offs all over the pitch, and sometimes bizarre choices. There's times when I would have started Ekatike, above the other forwards, and yet he's been on the bench. So, I mean, it's one of those situations where if this show went on till midday, and we could talk. We could probably talk about all Liverpool's problems, but there's so many of them, and he's got to solve some of them quickly.
Yeah, look, I'm disappointed in Slot actually because I was expecting more from him. As a manager, he's won the league. He come in, and there's been question marks over, the fact that he won the league, and you can't take it away from him. But it was Jurgen Klopp's side, and anyone who says it weren't, they laugh. Right, they're an idiot. It was Jurgen Klopp's team. They didn't buy anyone. He come in. And look, he got them organised. They played a different style, a bit more defensive. It was Jurgen Klopp's team. This is his team, and he's having a disaster. So, is there pressure on him?
Not at this stage, but I think it will mount very quickly if they look like they won't finish in the top 4. I think one thing I would say is Jurgen Klopp never won the league with that team. So, to say it's his team is a little bit... Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but he got the best out of them, which Klopp, at the stage of his career, didn't. Now, how much? I mean, I was listening to Danny Murphy in the show earlier on the news, and he was saying, talking about the recruitment and how much say Slot had in it. I think he had a reasonable say, but certainly it's not. He's not the man who's made the decisions to go out and buy these players. So one of the reasons they brought him in is they didn't want a charismatic manager like Klopp. They wanted someone who could manage the players that he brought in, that the recruitment department brought in, and sort of could improve them and coach them. I think they've just given them too much of a job to do.
Well, Tony, what I don't like though is that recently, some of the things he's been coming out with after games, after the Manchester United game, he come out and says, the ball's in the air too much. And then the last game, he's talking about Chelsea and the squad there they've got available. Man City made 10 changes and there could be a starting team. I haven't got that squad of players. You spent £420 million. How haven't you? Whose fault is that?
Yeah, I mean, I had the same feelings as you. There's sometimes when managers should just shut up and say nothing, especially when things are going badly. Because, as a player, I've spoken to so many players over the years, and when the managers say things like that, they're like, "Ooh," you know, it kind of like it puts doubt in the mind. So yeah. you've spent that much money. Stop complaining. Get it right.
Yeah, 100%.
Tony, you're a star, mate.
Spot on, Tony.
Thank you, mate, for coming on.
Always a pleasure.
03717 223344. If you want to have your soundness, phone lines are open. Let's go to Luke. He's a Liverpool fan who has no faith in the team against Villa tomorrow night. Morning, Luke.
Good morning, Luke.
How you doing, boys? You all right?
I'm all right, Luke.
Right, mate.
Look, it's all going wrong for Arnie's slot, and I'm guessing the only thing I can say is there's been too much change.
I don't know. I just even against Crystal Palace, I don't really know where Arnie's slot's head is at, because I think one of the boys said it the other day. It's just with Crystal Palace, a bit of a bogey team, right? I've been going to Liverpool for over 10 years, and every time I've seen us play Crystal Palace, we've never beat them. And surely he's got to be sitting here and going, right, we've got the Carabao Cup, or whatever they still call it now.
Yeah, Carabao Cup.
The Premier League's a bit of a ray at the minute, and let's still have something to go for. But now that's out the window. He's put out a team of teenagers,
yeah,
and it just doesn't give me any confidence for tomorrow.
But I don't think though, Luke. I don't think he's ready to throw the towel in on the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? You can never throw the towel in the Premier League, but I don't think he's ready to give it up completely. That's why he put that team out, because I think that team says to me that he knows he's under pressure. He knows he's got a big week coming up. He cannot afford to lose against Aston Villa. He can't lose that game.
Of course, but in a way with the Carabao Cup, if he's gone for the Carabao Cup, then there's 4 competitions right now. We're only down to 3. If he loses again on Saturday, then it could look like we're only down to 2. Do you know what I mean? It's getting to the point where it's like, where does it stop? When it comes to the FA Cup, is he going to put out another team and then we're only down to 1?
I think the players have to be at fault as well. You've got some superstar players that need to turn up on the weekend. Ekitike, Salah, McAllister, Gravenberch if he's back, Curtis Jones, Kirkes. Do you know what I mean?
Kirkes ain't ready to play for Liverpool.
Yeah.
No, he's not. I know.
Yeah, he ain't ready. I don't know what you think about him, Luke. I liked him at Bournemouth, and no one said it was a bad signing. But there's a huge difference between playing for Bournemouth and playing for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you know, like there's scrutiny every single time you touch the ball, and Kirkes is coming under it right now. Like, what's wrong with playing Robertson? Like, Robertson's a brilliant player still. You can still play him and drip feed Kirkes in. He's gone the other way.
I don't understand why Robbo got the elbow so early. He's been great for us all the time he's been there. He's never had any flaws. I've loved Robertson right from the start. And for him to get the elbow straight away, I was a bit like, I weren't really too happy with that. It was a bit sad to see, because he's been there for so long, and there's so much respect with him and the Liverpool players. And it was just, I like Kirkes. It was a good signing, and I thought, yeah, that's not a bad signing. I thought he'd do quite well at Liverpool, but obviously he hasn't quite showed up. And in the likes of Isak and all the money they spent for him, me personally, I never would have bought Isak, because when Ekitike came in, I was like, yeah, I like you.
I know, but you're never going to say no to it, are you? You're not going to say no to Isak, are you? It's not your money. No, you spent a lot, but you know, if you can get Ekitike and you can get Isak over the line, why would you not? But you got to find the right balance at the moment. You know, Mark Guehi is probably the player that you needed more than Isak right now, but he's not going to say no to it, are you?
Yeah, it was a real shame that we didn't get Guehi, because I think obviously defensively we've had them problems for a few years now, and that could have been, obviously with Kanate's contract coming in, a bit of a raise and whatnot, that would have been a big answer, a big problem answered.
Luke, listen, mate, thanks for your call.
Thank you very much, mate.
Gabs, the only defence I've got for Arnie Slot, there has been a lot of change, and he talks about the squad, and he's saying Man City's got a better squad, Chelsea got a better squad. A lot of players did leave Liverpool, and why they left, I'm not, like Diaz, Harvey Elliott, Quansah, Nunes.
Yep.
You know, you go through players who were there last season. Had big impact. Yeah, big impacts on the team. Sadly, they lost Jota as well.
Yep.
So there has been a lot of change there.
Of course.
And you know, and you bring players in, but really, you say they've spent a load of money. You know, they've brought players in. They spent 500 million, but really, they're just replacing the players that have left.
Yeah, and I think, like you just mentioned there, you know, the death of Jota. We'll find out more over the course of the season, at the end of the season, how much it's affected those players.
Yeah.
Do you know, when imagine you're in the changing room and you're used to being next to a teammate.
Yeah.
and what them players are going through emotionally, it's going to affect you on the pitch as well. So you have to put that into context as well for this group of Liverpool players.
Yeah, all right. You can have your say on that. 03717 22 33 44. The game is live and exclusive on talkSPORT tomorrow night. Huge game for Arnie's slot. Up next, another huge game we talk about. Spurs v Chelsea. Has it become the biggest London derby? You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie Horror and Gabby Agbonlahor. It's time to get an update on the rugby in partnership with Tottenham.
Autumn Internationals preview on talkSPORT with Tottenham. Keep control.
Yeah, England kick off a busy autumn against Australia at Twickenham tomorrow. The Aussies still reeling from the 2-1 Summer Series loss to the British and Irish Lions. George Ford wasn't part of the Lions side, but instead spent his summer playing for England in Argentina. He says the team developed well, despite many teammates being on the Lions duty.
It was a really enjoyable tour. I thought we had a group of boys there who were so incredible to work with in terms of they wanted to go there, they wanted to work hard, train hard and do the right thing for the team to win games. So that was the most satisfying thing, to be part of that, I suppose. I thought some lads who'd been on the fringes in the past really stepped up and took their opportunity. And I think the most important thing here is that now everyone's back together and the boys away with the Lions did a brilliant job as well. When you walk into a room and you see the squad back together again, you can only be excited, to be honest with you. Like the quality of player and the lads who stepped up, who didn't win the Lions, but the lads who did win the Lions, and the experience that they had as well to all be back together again. It's from a player's perspective, it's a really exciting group to be a part of.
Yeah, George Ford there. A hell of a player he is, by the way. He's going to start at fly half for England tomorrow. Updates across talkSPORT this weekend. That was thanks to Tottenham.
Autumn Internationals preview on talkSPORT with Tottenham. Keep control.
Right, Katie's back with us to build up to a huge game tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, hello. Sorry, you've gone way too early. I am not ready, Jamie.
Well, come on.
Liven
yourself up. You're coming in,
Jamie, Alan always tells her, just come in. Like, what are you waiting out there?
Yeah, what are you standing about for? Get yourself in here.
I have to wait outside until asked in. Anyway, yes, so we are thinking about Tottenham against Chelsea, 5:30 tomorrow. And it's got us thinking about the best London derby. So, Jamie, why is there such a rivalry between Tottenham and Chelsea?
I think there's just become a bit of needle, a lot more since Battle of the Bridge. And I think obviously Tottenham-Chelsea has always been a game that it was a big game, but it's become a lot more fierce now. There's been needle with it. One, because of managers. We've had a couple of Chelsea managers and, players have turned us down, gone to Chelsea. I just think it's created an atmosphere. And yeah, look, I love that game. I've played in it at Stamford Bridge. It was an amazing game to be a part of. I still think Tottenham-Arsenal's bigger. For me, that was the biggest game when I looked at the calendar plan for Tottenham when we play an Arsenal. That was the one for me that stood out, and I still think that is the biggest game. But there's a fierce rivalry now between the two. But Tottenham-Arsenal for me is the one.
Feels like the North. We're having a lovely morning together. Do you know who I support?
No. You're an Arsenal fan?
Yeah.
I get out.
It was going so well, Jamie. I was like, when do I tell him? So, are you coming to terms with the fact that Arsenal may win the league this season?
No, I haven't accepted yet. I'm sorry, I can't get my head around it. There's a long way to go. We've played 9 games.
Yeah, but they're doing all right, aren't they, Jamie?
Oh, yeah, they're doing all right. Stoke Newington FC. They're doing all right. Set Piece FC. They're a good team. But there's a long way to go. Look, they fair play to Arsenal. They look good. But let's talk about Spurs Chelsea.
I just had to slide that in there.
I don't want to talk about the Gooners. No.
Well, let's go back to Tottenham Chelsea then. I was speaking to John Terry very recently, and he says how much he hates Tottenham, and that was the derby he always wants to win.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, and I suppose when it comes
Chelsea,
to
because Chelsea ain't really got what are Chelsea? Do you know what I mean? They're big because of Roman Abramovich, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And fair play when they spent loads of money. They bought the league a couple of times, but their big games, Tottenham, we don't even care about.
Yeah, but if you think about, there's a theme here because West Ham's big game is against Tottenham, Arsenal's big game is against Tottenham, Chelsea's big game is against Tottenham. So why all the rivalries against Tottenham?
Because we're the biggest club in London.
I was at the Spurs dinner game speaking to a couple of Spurs fans, and they said that Chelsea's the one for them before Arsenal. They said that, like you just said there, before Abramovich, Chelsea weren't a bigger club than Spurs.
They still ain't.
Pardon?
They still ain't.
Oh.
They ain't.
What shots fired. He's all over the place this morning.
Spurs,
Champions League titles.
Spurs globally are bigger than Chelsea.
They?
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
We got a rich history. Arsenal, for me, look, and I hate to say it, but Arsenal are probably the biggest club in London, right? Internationally, Arsenal, with the history they've got with Premier League era, they are. Chelsea, they're big because of Roman Abramovich. They're big because they brought big players in and they've become a big club. Tottenham globally are a bigger club than Chelsea.
Which is the most successful club out of Chelsea and Tottenham then?
Well, you have to Chelsea. Because, but, if we had a billionaire owner come in 20 years ago, it would have been a different story, right? But we didn't. Chelsea have become that because of when billionaires could come in and spend what they want. Can't do that no more. You're not allowed to get away with it, because there's been rules put in place because of what Chelsea done. Man City were the next club to do it, but Chelsea started the trend. And look, fair play to them. They went and won what they needed to win. But, I don't think Chelsea, when I look at Chelsea, I don't think they're a massive club. Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, I look at them three and go, if I'm thinking of biggest clubs in the Premier League, you have to put them three up there as the biggest. Chelsea, they're just Chelsea.
So what are you thinking about the game for tomorrow then? Who are you backing?
We'll get beat. We always get beat by Chelsea. So I hate this game. They're a bogey team for us. It's the worst game. I don't know if you had a bogey team. Did you have a bogey team at Villa? Yeah, Wolves.
Always.
Yeah, and it's like we just never get a result against Chelsea. And I'm hoping Thomas Frank can produce a bit of magic. I don't know what his record's like, against them at Brentford. But we never ever get a result against them.
Big
Home
game
and
as
away.
well, though. The league table. I mean, Spurs 17 points, Chelsea 14. Win this to go 6 points above them. Chelsea need to win to get back into try and get back into the top 4.
Yeah, last time Tottenham beat Chelsea was 2 years ago.
But what was
23? Yeah.
Yeah, but
2-0.
But there ain't many. If you look over the last 15,
Well, they haven't lost the last. Yeah, they haven't won the last 4. So
it's
against
like
Chelsea.
we just never get a result against them, they always do us. And I just hope that we need a big Spurs need a big performance
with Charlton.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, Chelsea keep getting red cards, so they need to be disciplined and make sure that they actually keep 11 players on the pitch.
He went mad, didn't he, at Delap, Maresca the other day? Did you see it? He was fuming at him. I don't know how that. He's obviously got a discipline problem with the group of players, and he says there ain't, but there is. But I didn't know if I didn't like his interview, the way he dug out Delap. Delap's a young lad, and he called him selfish. Said he plays for himself.
Did he?
Yeah, he went after him. He said that it was a ridiculous, embarrassing red card. You know, and obviously he can't play the game at the weekend, but I thought it was a bit harsh on him. Yeah, he's a young lad who made a mistake.
Do you think it would have been different if he hadn't had all the red cards previously in terms of as a group?
Yeah. I look, they're stacking up. He got sent off as well, by the way. Maresca's been sent off, so he's got a problem. But look, it's a massive game. Chelsea need the points, but so do Spurs. We need a big performance. We're poor. I thought we was average against Newcastle. We got overrun. We got bullied physically, and I don't like that. You know, you can play nice football, but if you get overrun and bullied, that can't happen, especially this season, because that feels like what it's about. Arsenal, physically strong.
Yes.
You know what I mean, at the back, don't concede. Newcastle, big, strong.
Everton,
physical.
they were good though, weren't they? Defensively as well.
Yeah, we've done all right. Yeah. But this is a big game for us. We need to get something from it.
Also feels like the league of set pieces, doesn't it? It's like whoever's going to have the best set pieces, like Arsenal, whether it's from the long throw or defending set pieces or attacking set pieces, whichever team can do that consistently well will go on and get the most points.
Some people ain't even got a long throw. Do you know, I'm watching teams take long throws. They ain't even got a long throw. I'm like, what? That's not a long throw. I don't get it. It's ridiculous. So, I mean, loads. We can talk about it all day.
Set-piece coaches are good. I mean, Villa have got an amazing one. And you've got to mix it up every time you play a new team.
Mm.
So if you do a set-piece, you can't really do the same one next week because the team will be prepared for it. Aston Villa scored off one last weekend as well.
Everyone's scoring off them. It's a joke. Kate, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, see you soon.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you.
Chelsea Spurs fans, get in touch this morning. 03717 22 33 44. Cundy is going to come at 9:30 as well. I'll miss that section. I can't be bothered to speak to him. Up next, though, we're going to talk about one of the worst Old Firm derbies in a decade.
wondered why Erling Haaland scores a hat-trick instead of just 3 goals? Why Darwin Núñez is said to have missed a sitter rather than just missing an easy shot? Or why on earth defenders are said to park the bus? Let's break down some of our favourite football cliches. First, let's talk hat-tricks. The term comes from cricket.
You are listening to Talk Breakfast. Me, Jamie Hart and Gabby Agbonlahor, and our friends at Arnold Clark get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Now, it's been quite the fortnight for Celtic and Rangers, both with new managers at the helm, both sets of fans protesting their respective boards, but we are in one of the old firm derbies. It's going to be a stinker in recent memory.
Brendan Rodgers warned the board they had to invest in the team at the start of this season. Celtic's worst European result in their modern history.
And there's no way you'll go into a race and be given the keys to a Honda Civic. I want you to drive it like a Ferrari. It's not going to happen.
I think Brendan's a very capable operator, but Brendan Rodgers is always and has forever been in the Brendan Rodgers business.
Well, Hearts 3, Celtic 1, go 8 points clear over Celtic.
Maybe by the time that I pulled myself off the floor, I probably thought then maybe I should do it.
The King's dead, long live the King. Who's the next one? And that's the way football works. I think Martin getting in, or the gaffer getting in there should have gone. I think it's a master stroke.
Now into the penalty area for Rangers down the left. Drives it low, across the face of goal, and Rangers have taken the lead.
The demise in the Old Firm squads is absolutely alarming.
Yeah, we are not happy, we know this. And this is the reason why I'm here. But my job is clear, what I want to do with this group of players.
Yes, Celtic versus Rangers this Sunday in what could be one of the worst ever Old Firms. The Sunday Mail sports writer Scott McDermott joins us now. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Scott.
Morning, boys. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, Scott. I mean, look, it's obviously a massive game. We get that. But it's been a terrible start to the season for both clubs, really. Celtic, not as bad as Rangers. How's this looking, this game? Because I'm guessing the atmosphere is toxic right now. They're protesting outside the ground.
Yeah, the way the two of them are playing, it might be a bit like the Red Lion v the dog and duck rather than Rangers Celtic. But no, it's been an incredible few weeks. Poor starts for both of the clubs, certainly in the league and in Europe. But as you say, it's an Old Firm game. Lots happening around it. So, no, irrespective of what the football's like, it'll be, you'll not be able to keep your eyes off it.
I want to ask you, Scott, about, let's go to Rangers first. 2 decent results, very good result against Hibernian away from home. He made some big decisions in that game, didn't he? Tavernier and Diamandi on the bench. But how has Mikey Moore settled in under the new manager? Because he's a talented player, isn't he?
Yes, it's interesting, Gabby. I mean, he came up with such a big reputation for someone so young, so highly rated in England and at Spurs. But under Russell Martin, it just didn't happen for him. But it's really interesting. You're right. The last couple of games, Danny Rowe has changed the system, changed the formation. He's actually changed it. Best way to describe it is a bit like the Man United formation, this kind of 3-4-2-1. And he's played Mikey Moore in one of those positions, just behind the striker. And he's looked a lot better, rather than being chained to the wing, giving him that wee bit more freedom just off the striker. He's looked a lot better, and he might have done enough in the last couple of games to get a start at Hampden on Sunday.
Scott, the problem, Mikey Moore, obviously I know him being a Tottenham player, and he goes up there on loan for experience, but mate, it's a big club playing for Rangers. Do you know, like? All right, he's played a few games for Spurs and he's done all right, but going up there to make a big impact, to be the main dog, really, you're expecting him to, stand out. There's so much scrutiny when you play for these clubs up there, and I think a lot of players think they can go up there and play and realise when you get there how difficult it is.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there was talk, Jamie, shortly after he arrived, that because of the turmoil at Rangers, he might end up going back to Spurs. They might have looked at it, it's not a good move for him, but I'm pleased for him that he seems to have settled down. He's knuckled down. It looks a lot better for him under Danny Rule in terms of the minutes that he might get. And as you say, he's a talented boy. And you're right. I mean, when we watched him with Spurs, maybe coming on, starting a couple of Europa League games, now really looked the part. But a different story coming up to Rangers and having to perform and win every week.
What about my old manager who I loved to bits, Martin O'Neill? I mean, he was definitely shocked that he got the call for the job. But his record against Rangers is one of the best, isn't it? 7 consecutive wins, a record as a Celtic manager. He'll be so up for this game, won't he?
Yeah, well, and you think of the experience he's got, Gabby, in this fixture. Yes. I mean, I was looking yesterday. I mean, Danny Rule was 11 years old and still at school when Martin had his first Old Firm game, 25 years ago. But watching him in the touchline the other night in his first game against Falkirk, he had the tracksuit back on. He was jumping up and down. It was as if he'd never been away. So he'll be relishing it, and that's what makes Sunday fascinating. Aside from what happens on the pitch, the two managers. I mean, Rule, 36 years old, Martin, 73. It's going to be so interesting tactically to see how they go about it.
I have to say, Martin O'Neill going in there is an amazing. I think that's a perfect appointment for what Celtic need right now. The guy, whoever Celtic go and get, and if they do go and try and find a new, permanent manager, they ain't going to have the credentials that Martin O'Neill has had. Do you know, like he's had an unbelievable career as a manager, and people say, oh, he's 73. I know Martin, and I've sat down with him. He don't act like he's 73. He still knows the game. He still talks well. He's still fit. He's hungry. I think it's a perfect appointment. Could he get say he goes on a run and Celtic get right back amongst it and they look decent. Could he get the job?
Jamie, I wouldn't rule anything out. Honestly, I mean, Martin's been clever the last week or so saying, I'm just here very short term. It might just be a couple of games. But listen, he's already said he's addicted to the game. So if they start getting a couple of victories, the fans obviously adore him. He's got Sean Maloney in there beside him, which I think is also a clever move. Young, up-and-coming coach. He's been a manager. He's been into the Belgian setup as well with Martinez before. They might just be grooming Maloney for to be the Celtic manager in the future. But to have Martin O'Neill in there beside him, as you say, is just a masterstroke. In short term, while they're sorting out who's going to be the next permanent manager, O'Neill is ideal to get in there.
He'll be waking up, won't he, every morning like, wow, I'm Celtic manager again. He would have thought never in a million years would have happened. So I think he'll be enjoying it every day, enjoying the experience again.
Yeah.
Gabby, see a couple of months ago, if you'd have said we were going to have an Old Firm derby, and the two managers were Martin O'Neill and Danny Rule, people with the white coats would have been coming out. Do you know what I mean? So that's Scottish football for you.
Yeah. Scott, just quickly, who do you think wins the title?
The title, I still think Celtic will win it.
Do you?
Yeah, I still think Celtic will win it. I think they'll have enough. Obviously, the managerial situation is throwing it up in the air a bit. But if they get that sorted, whether it's Martin till the end of the season or a bit longer, or whether there's a lot of interesting names being mentioned for the job, but I think they should still have enough in that squad to get it done. Hearts have done brilliant.
Yes.
You'd expect them to drop off. Rangers, Danny Rowell's a good start in the league. Those 2 wins, they're gathering a wee bit of momentum, but might just be too much for them to make up the ground. So I think that's the Celtic will win it.
Scott, you're a star, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Man, Scott, thank you.
No worries. Cheers, boys.
Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
Yeah, we're going to be hearing from Arne Slot's press conference live at 9 a.m. this morning, right here on talkSPORT, ahead of the huge game against Villa, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Arne Slot, of course, we know, listens to talkSPORT Breakfast, Gabs.
Of course he does.
Yeah, you know, he's a big fan. If you had a question for him, what would it be?
Do you think Jurgen Klopp was out of order when you called me out after our show on the game day?
Mentality monsters.
Remember? And Gabby, what's his name? I don't know his surname. Yes, you do, Jurgen.
All right, we're going to be asking the question, who are Arsenal's biggest challengers? Well, this is what Adrian Durham and Alan Brazil think.
Closest challengers to Arsenal this season I see as Manchester United. And nobody really...
I said that yesterday and people slaughtered me.
Yeah, so they should have. Talking absolute garbage, you donut. What's he talking? He don't even know where Man United are in the league. Seriously, what's he on about? Man United. Who are Arsenal's biggest challengers for the title? 03717 2233 444. Do you think Bournemouth could stay amongst it? I mean, they're 4 points behind them, but they're not title
they'll
track.
drop off, but they've got a big chance
Spurs?
of being in the top 6. Why not, mate? Look what you're doing without star players.
Oh.
Kulusevski, Solanke, get them back in.
We need a striker.
Yeah, I need me.
Get Gabs back. That was a look ahead. All thanks to the brilliant Travis Perkins. Big thanks to Scott McDermott there as well from the Daily Record on the Old Firm. Ali back on Monday, of course, to react to that.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie Hine, Gabby Agbonlahor, good friends at Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Right, let's look ahead to the FA Cup with TNT Sports.
Breakfast football preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Get the Premier League, UEFA Champions League and Emirates FA Cup all in one place. TNT Sports, not normal. Subscription required, 18 plus, terms and conditions apply.
Yes, the FA Cup first round weekend. There's some massive games to get excited about. Brackley versus Notts County. talkSPORT 2 exclusive at 5:30 tomorrow. Mick McCarthy and Charlie Austin are on commentary. You've also got Buxton versus Chatham Town. Big game. Darren Bent's former side, Burton Albion v St Albans. Gabby's best mate, Robbie Savage, Forest Green Rovers. They're away, Jack Wilshire's Luton. This might be aimed at Gabby and the Sun. Robbie Rapp's TV experts. Savage launched an astonishing attack. TV pundits who hammer bosses despite no dugout experience. He said, "It makes me laugh when I see pundits who've had unbelievable playing careers having a go at managers when they've never walked in the shoes of a manager." What do you make of that?
Wow. Coming from him,
I know.
He was the worst. He would absolutely hammer everybody when he was doing punditry. So I'm not sure what he's talking about there. Everyone knows when Robbie Savage was a pundit, he would batter so many managers. Very odd statement, mate.
Yeah.
I think he's forgot.
Do you think you could be a manager?
Some of the standard of managers out there, mate, 100%, mate.
Yeah?
You was a manager. I've got every chance. You're the Ricky, weren't you?
Yeah, I was flying, mate. We played some good stuff, mate.
Put him in administration, you, mate. You were that poor, mate. Getting relegated.
Hey, we played some good football.
You loved it there, didn't you?
I loved it. I do miss being in the dugout. To be a manager is tough. It's hard because I realised I was assistant manager first, and I loved being assistant manager because you concentrate on training, coaching, and putting on sessions. You can still be, part of the lads.
Yes.
You can still have a bit of banter with them. When I become the manager, everything changed because it's everything off the pitch that comes into it. You got to deal with agents, you got to deal with fans, you got to deal with owners.
I remember Paul Lambert coming into Villa, and in the space of a year, like full head of hair of grey hair, like stress, just aged. What it does to you being a manager, the stress, the pressure.
Yeah.
But when your team's doing well and you're performing. But then you see Steve Bruce, I'm sure he will still want another job in the future.
Yeah.
He's obviously just left Blackpool, but I'm sure he still loves it. Neil Warnock, I bet he's still itching for, I'll go and fill in for a couple of months somewhere.
Yeah.
It's addictive, isn't it, to a lot of managers?
It is an addiction. It is nothing better than when you're seeing your team win and playing well and you're standing and thinking, I'll put that side out there.
Then when you lose.
Yeah, but when you're getting pumped, mate.
Alters.
Yeah, when you're getting pumped. You got a man and his dog on the side of the pitch.
Just looking like, how close is the tunnel? How close is the tunnel to the dugout? Straight down the tunnel.
Taking off the star man because he's having a stinker. Now, why are you taking him off? What are you talking about?
You don't know anything.
You don't know nothing. I was like, oh, get me out of here. At least you wouldn't have any worries about your hair. You couldn't get too stressed out. You got nowhere to lose.
I know, mate. I think the little bits of hair that I've got, though, they'll be long gone, mate, with the stress.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind getting back in the dugout one day. I don't know if I think I'd enjoy it. I think it'd be all right.
Say if you just do like a Sunday team.
It was Sunday League side.
Sunday League side,
Me and
mate.
Gabs take over. Get relegated.
Essex United.
Robbie Savage is on with Sam Matface, Scott Minto and Alex Crook at 10 a.m. this morning. I'm sure he'll have his say on what he's come out with. Get more Emirates FA Cup and Adobe Women's FA Cup now on their new home. TNT Sports, subscription required.
Breakfast football preview on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Get the Premier League, UEFA Champions League and Emirates FA Cup all in one place. TNT Sports, not normal. Subscription required, 18 plus, terms and conditions apply.
Right, it's time for a bit of Halloween fun. Yeah, Gabby won't be leaving sweets and chocolate outside his house because he can't get over his big, massive gates. But he won't be taking his kids trick-or-treating either. He can't stand people who dress up for Halloween. He's horrible, isn't he? We're going to enter his miserable home and find out what horrifies him in the house of Agbonlahor horrors. Right, Gabs.
You ready?
Yeah, go. What scares you?
Jamie, the first thing that terrifies me in the house of Agbonlahor horrors is heights.
You don't like heights?
Mate, I remember, right, you know Sushi Samba in the city?
Yeah, we're still there.
I remember going there, right?
Yeah.
And getting a lift, I'm like, whoa. You know, you're going up, aren't you? You can see it's see-through, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't do things like this. I'll never go to the top of the Burj Khalifa.
No?
Never, ever, ever.
It's
mate.
nice up there, Gabs.
No. You're not meant to be up there, mate.
You want to jump out of a plane?
Never. Mate, I'll just about get on the plane.
Oh,
We flew
really?
to
Yeah.
Glasgow the other day, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly, mate, I looked at the woman next to me and I was just like, what's going on here, mate? It was going from left to right. It was speeding up and slowing down at landing. After the flight, she was like, I feel a bit sick as well. It's not normally like that. Flight to Glasgow. Don't think we should be in the air either. Just don't like
We
heights,
shouldn't be
mate.
in the air.
We shouldn't be up there, mate. Some
right.
of the size of some of them planes, them Airbuses, mate. Emirates Airbuses.
Yeah, they're big old boys.
Get up there, mate.
What about balconies?
Don't go on balconies. When I go on holiday, especially back in the day, to go to Vegas, Miami, close the balconies, suitcases in front of the balconies. Not interested, mate.
No, I'm not a fan of balconies.
No, I don't like them at all.
They're a bit dodgy, balconies.
Yeah, just not for me, mate.
No.
Yeah, just heights aren't for me at all.
Anything else?
So next, Jamie, we have the next thing that terrifies me in the house of Agbonlahorers are these sort of people.
Hurts my ears when this comes on.
Do you know what? I'm scared about these sort of people, Arsenal fans. And I used to like Arsenal as a kid. Obsessed with Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
I mean, you liked him, didn't you? Didn't you used to be at Arsenal? Or
I was in the Arsenal Academy. Great
Exactly,
academy.
yeah, so
It
you
was
like him as well.
I don't like them, but I love the academy. I loved what they were about as a football club when I was
So
young.
you hate Arsenal, but you like the academy?
I don't hate anyone.
Oh, okay.
But-
So what do you think of Arsenal then?
Yeah, I hate them.
I just think Arsenal fans are going to be unbearable because it's looking nailed on now the way Liverpool and Man City are playing. Arsenal could win the Premier League and they've got a great chance to the Champions League as well. Carabao Cup, the lot, mate. Imagine.
No, they
I just think their fans are unbearable. We had Piers Morgan in here for half an hour, mate, and he was unbearable.
Yeah.
He wants it done by his birthday, March. He's saying
March
Premier League. He wants it done early, and even in the talkSPORT studios.
Oh, Loki
so many
and all that. They
Arsenal
pipe
fans.
up so much.
Mate, they're everywhere, aren't they?
But they're so easy to trigger. You could trigger them so easy. They get so defensive of their football club. And, you can come out with an opinion and everyone's entitled to it. Mate, they jump on it and they do not let it go. They think everyone's against them.
But I fear for you next season if Arsenal do win it, mate.
Oh, God.
I mean, the World Cup won't save you. They won't forget, mate. They're going to be on you.
You reckon they'll be on me?
You, mate. Mid-August.
They're already on me. They're already on me. They're like, well, you used to play for our academy, but we got rid of you for Fabregas. I'm like, all right, whatever. If that's the story you want to tell yourself, fine. But, look, fair play to them. They're doing well. They're a good side. But there's a long way to go, mate.
They've just got so many options, mate. I mean, injuries, Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, Odegaard, Madueke, and you can't even tell.
Can you imagine that song, though, North London Forever, just ringing around
London?
Oh, around London.
If they win it, mate, and they do that
bus,
if they do the open top bus parade, where are you going to go, mate? As far away on the plane possible.
I reckon they'll go past the Spurs Stadium. Wouldn't they? Imagine if they went past the Spurs Stadium. Oh, it's a killer. No, is that it? Is that
no, it's one more, mate. Next thing that terrifies me is roller coasters. Never ever been on a roller coaster.
What?
Roller coasters?
Love roller coasters.
Oh, Jay, what do you love about being scared?
It's not scary. It's a thrill. It's thrill-seeking. It's adrenaline. Mate, Fulk Park, mate, Hyperia.
No.
Wow, what a roller coaster that is. You're out your seat the whole time.
Mate, in Drayton Manor, right, there's the little section for the little kids.
Yeah.
And, mate, I get scared of the little ones in Drayton Manor.
Honestly,
I forgot what it's called now, but there's a section where it's for, like...
Yeah, it's something land, isn't it?
5-6... Thomas Land, is it?
Thomas Land.
5-6-year-olds, mate. And it's one of them with the aeroplanes that you're on. And I was scared of that, mate. You're about 15 foot in the air. And I just didn't like it, mate. Not for me, Jamie.
You're a shambles.
I know.
It's unacceptable, mate. Yeah, you are soft. Big softy. All right, we're going to be asking the question of Arsenal's biggest challenges this season. Manchester United, some people are saying, which I think is outrageous. Come on. Everyone's writing off Manchester City. I don't get why everyone's writing them off. They got Erling Haaland up front.
Yes.
They are in the mix to still win the title. I can't believe no one's talking about them. 03 717 22 3344.
More green jackets have been lost at the 12th than at the Augusta City Dry Cleaners. Rory McIlroy knows this better than most. But what is Amen Corner and why is it so iconic? The famous sequence has always been there since the Masters began in 1934. It didn't get its name until '58, though, when American sports writer Herbert Warren Wind, on the left, wrote, "At the farthest reach of the Augusta National Course, down in the Amen Corner." He drew inspiration from the 1933 jazz song Shouting in That Amen Corner by the Dorsey Brothers. The reason behind its difficulty is all in the sand and the water. Tournament officials don't even bother to count the balls lost in there each year, such is the sheer number. The 11th, named White Dogwood, is a downhill 520-yard par 4 with a pond to the left of the green and a bunker to the right. Both cause a lot of trouble each year. The 12th, Golden Bell, is perhaps the most famous hole in the world, with danger everywhere. Many aim for the flag, but look, get it even slightly wrong, and you're in the azaleas at the back, or the bunkers at the front, or even worse, Rays Creek. Or you can play it safe and aim for the open green on the left. You chicken. Tiger Woods once said, if you make 4 bogeys from Thursday to Sunday, you're doing well. And the highest ever score on that hole? 13. It's a par 3. Tom Weiskopf in 1980 was the sorry soul. Often the iconic Ben Hogan Bridge is the only thing players enjoy about Golden Bell. Even if you escape there unscathed, though, you met with Azalea, the dogleg par 5 13th. It tempts players to go for the green in 2, but cut over those trees on the left at your peril. Every year, it seems, Amen Corner destroys someone's dreams. Rory McIlroy dropped 3 shots through here as his round unravelled in 2011. In 2016, a year after navigating Amen Corner expertly, Jordan Spieth shot a quadruple bogey on the 12th to throw away his green jacket. I mean, it sounds like my game, to be honest. So who'll be the next to be brought to their knees, praying for mercy after Amen Corner?
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie Horan, Gabby Agbonlahor and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. On the way for you this morning, none other than Jason Cundy will be with us later to tell me why Chelsea embarrassingly treat Tottenham like it's their cup final. Now, though, which Prem side is most likely to make Arsenal bottle the league again?
We have to respect the process. We'll get it right. I'm convinced of that.
Manchester City, with a stroke of strength, have beaten Arsenal by 4-1. They will be champions for the 5th time in 6 seasons.
Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 2, the scoreline. It is a Sunday, which means it's advantage Man City. The Premier League title is coming back to Anfield after a 5-year absence.
It's finished. Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0. Chance of we are top of the league at a defiant Emirates Stadium.
I think we are now the best team in Europe, and I think we're going to show it. I think we're going to win the Premier League at a canter, probably by my birthday,
You said
March
by
the
March?
30th.
Yeah.
Well, March the 30th is my
I
birthday.
don't think that's going to happen.
Well, let's wait and see.
The teams pushing Arsenal are nowhere near as good defensively as Arsenal. City and Liverpool are giving up chances.
How incredible would it be if Man United actually went on to win the title?
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Blows my mind.
Piers Morgan coming out with absolute garbage. The best team in Europe. What's he on about?
I think they are.
They've never won the Champions League.
I think they are, mate.
They've never won the Champions League. Are we forgetting the fact that PSG were the best team last season? Real Madrid, top of league, Barcelona. Like, come on. Bayern Munich. They're absolutely storming at the moment, flying high. Don't tell me Arsenal were the best team in Europe.
But this Arsenal team now, different to last season.
Oh, come on, do me a
They've
favour.
got more strength in depth.
Yeah.
I think they are, mate. I think they could win the Champions League.
They're not the best team. They're not the best team in Europe.
Do you think a one-off game they could beat PSG?
In a one-off game? Maybe, yeah, but I think PSG are a better side. Look, PSG have had injuries this season, you know, and the Club World Cup, I think, cost them a little bit. But, mate, PSG were unbelievable.
Oh, funny.
No, like, I'm honestly, I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of it. Like, 10 games in, everyone's, that's it, it's all over, no one's winning it. You know, it's a load of old garbage.
We need some Arsenal callers up, please, because Jamie's losing his mind. I think Arsenal and PSG and Real Madrid are playing some good football, but they've got every chance, mate, to win the Champions League. I'm telling you, don't be shocked if Arsenal win the double.
Whose team would you rather have, Real Madrid's or Arsenal's?
Oh, man for man, Arsenal's.
Oh, go away.
Man for man?
Are you joking? Mbappe?
Yeah,
Jude
Mbappe.
Bellingham?
Yeah, okay.
Vinicius Junior?
Vinicius isn't as good as you think, mate. Bellingham, Mbappe, yes.
Won the Champions League like 3 times.
Okay. If you name the 11, there'll be more Arsenal players in the Real Madrid and Arsenal 11. Defensively, they are poor, mate. The whole back four of Arsenal get before any Real Madrid defender.
Courtois or Raya?
Courtois. Back four, though. All of Arsenal's before Real Madrid's. Midfield. Declan Rice or Chimene?
I'm disappointed in
Declan Rice or Camavinga? Declan Rice before them?
I'm disappointed in you, mate. I'm disappointed.
Jamie, truth hurts, mate. You know what I mean? I'm going to Arsenal game soon, so I've got to give him some love.
Yeah.
I want him on side.
Yeah, I know your game, son. You want to start going to grounds. You want to get around, didn't you? Like, oh, no, don't. You hid coming out of the Spurs stadium the other day. So my mate see you with your hood up, you know, balaclava on. You was hiding, trying to go down Seven Sisters.
It's hilarious, mate. Got the train from Spurs Stadium to Seven Sisters. Mate, so many Spurs fans. My hood was up tight. Hat, hood, and lot, mate. Then the tube from Seven Sisters rammed all the way to Euston. Euston changed to London Bridge, mate. When I got to London Bridge, mate, dripping with sweat, thinking I made it. Didn't get filled in.
The Gunners are away at Burnley, knowing they could go 10 points clear of the Reds before their game against Villa. It's live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Who are the biggest challengers? This is what Adrian Durham, Alan Brazil think.
Closest challengers to Arsenal this season I see as Manchester United, and nobody really...
I said that yesterday and people slaughtered me.
Yeah, but nobody can really see them winning the title. Having said that, I mean, the way they've been playing recently and getting results, maybe it has clicked and maybe they will provide a challenge. How incredible would it be if Man United actually went on to win the title?
It'd be amazing.
Blows my mind.
Where do you start?
I mean, listen, I love Aid, right? And he's the best, right? His game day stuff is unbelievable.
Yes.
But, you know, you can tell he's not been in the studio for a while, right? Because what is he talking about? Man United are not challengers to Arsenal.
No.
They're nowhere near it.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near it, right? Man United might pick up and have some decent performance. We're talking about title challengers. It ain't Manchester United.
But this is the problem, though, isn't it? Because they've won a few games, everyone's like, oh, Manchester United, the formation was right. And listen, Manchester United will go back to how poor they were in the start of the season. Trust me.
They got beat by Grimsby.
Exactly.
Like, come on, do me a favour.
Even the Brighton game, they tried to throw it away. Brighton got it back to 3-2.
Yeah.
And then they scored a last-minute winner. They tried the hardest.
I can't take anything that Al says. I mean... Alan Brazil, yeah, Man United challengers. He probably thinks they're second. No, now. Who do you think is actually challengers?
I think Liverpool. You still got to look at Liverpool's squad of players when they click, and finally they will. Wirtz will click, Kirkes will, Isak will. Salah's not going to have the form he's been having so far this season for all the season. But don't sleep on Manchester City. Yes, they were poor against Villa. Second half they got a bit better. Villa have beaten them 3 seasons in a row now, so you can't really look at that one-off game. Haaland will be so hungry to win the Premier League again.
Yeah.
So you can't knock Man City. Only 6 points behind?
Yeah, they're not far. They're not far off it. Yeah, and they got a big few weeks coming up as well. Man City. I don't know why everyone's sleeping on Man City. They've got Pep Guardiola, who's the greatest manager in the world right now. You know, and he's building a new team, and it takes time. I get that, but you've got top players. in their side. Doku, I think he should be playing more. He should start more games. You know, Phil Foden, he doesn't play well for England, but for Man City, he can be a game changer. You've got Haaland,
Shirky, Marmouche,
Cherky's
Oscar Bob.
All right, at the back, you say, they're a bit shaky. I think Donnarumma coming in is a big signing for them. Now, he knows he knows what it means to win every season, trophy. You know, and you've got players like that in your side. You cannot write them off. And I don't know why everyone keeps writing them off. And I look, you can mention the squad. You can argue, you know, if Erling Haaland gets injured, who have they got to come in? I understand all that, but they have done it. They have won.
Yes.
They have gone there. They've done the rounds. They've been there in the final moments of a season when you have to win. Arsenal have been there and they've crumbled. They have. And I'm not saying that's going to happen this season, but over the last 4 seasons, when Arsenal have been there or thereabouts, they've let it slip. Man City haven't. So to write them off already after 9 games is ridiculous.
You can't write them off, but the only thing that I'll say is how difficult it is for teams to win the league this season is Arsenal find a way. I was watching the Fulham game, and they didn't look like they were going to score, set-piece goal, and they don't concede goals. 3 goals conceded out of 9 games. Yeah. They're not conceding goals, and they've got a threat from set-pieces when they're struggling to break teams down. Teams try and play, as they call it now, a low block. You know what I mean? Play everyone behind the ball. They find a way with set-pieces. They're unbelievable at it. That's why I think it's so hard to get a result against Arsenal.
No, look, defensively, they're amazing. You can't get anything away from it. And fair play to Arteta. He's put a good squad together. But mate, to think that they're running away with it, you're talking nonsense.
No.
Ollie's a Man United fan. He wants to have his say. Morning, Ollie.
Good morning, Ollie.
Morning, guys. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Ollie, you don't think Man United are challengers to Arsenal, do you?
I seriously think there's a good chance of it. I know, despite our form, I always refer back to what Fergie gave the advice to everyone. And Pep even come and said it in a press conference. If you're in the top 4 by Christmas, you're in the chance for the title. And I'm not saying that we're going to win it this year because we're very, very far off it. But the last time that Man United were up there properly, giving City a run for the money, was when Ollie was in charge. You know, we were second by Christmas, or even top.
Is this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on the phone? It feels like it must be, because you are talking absolute garbage. What are you going on about? Man United are nowhere near good enough to challenge for Arsenal. You'll do well to get in the top 4. If you get in the top 4 this season,
unbelievable.
It's a great season. Don't even mention Arsenal in the same breath as you. You're nowhere near it.
Oh, he's put the phone down.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Hello?
Ollie, you still
Hello? Lads, the signal's dodgy. Like the chances of Tottenham winning another trophy.
Hey! Ollie, come on, mate. Like, you've had a couple of good results. Everyone was talking about Ruben Amorim getting a sack a month ago.
We've got, I don't know, anyone who says Ruben Amorim should get the sack is nonsense. It took Klopp 5 years. It even took Fergie 4 years to win a title. Man United have got Forest away this weekend. Not an easy game. Spurs away, easy game. And then we've got Everton, West Ham and Palace left to play. Now, as I said, I don't think that we'll finish first. But in terms of being in the top 4 by Christmas, we've still got an international in that. We're not playing Europe. We're out of the EFL Cup. We've only got the FA Cup.
You're out the Cup because you got beat by Grimsby.
Yeah, Grimsby at the start of the season. Remember, it takes time to build a great football team. Arteta sat in second for God knows how many seasons now. It takes time.
Yeah. Where did you finish last season?
Well, that's irrelevant. Last season doesn't matter. Look at Liverpool now. Liverpool are in a bad spell. Champions don't
won the league.
Don't go on a run like that.
But what I will say is the money that you spent, you really should be in the top 4. I'm not being funny. Like your front 3, brand new front 3, Cunha, Shesko, and then Bumo. The money you spent on them. Do you not agree?
Ollie's gone.
He's gone. He's driving through the Cotswolds. Zero signal.
Got no signal. Continue that debate. You can have your say. 03717 223344. Another debate we've been having. Should bald men be paying for a haircut? Gabby spends 25 quid on it every week. That's next. You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie Hara, and Gabby Agbonlahor. Earlier this week on Drive, Gabby got some stick off Andy Goldstein for getting a £25 haircut stroke massage despite being bald. We've had plenty of reaction on WhatsApp. Here's the best of what you've sent in.
Not only am I my barber, I'm also bald. And us baldies have got rights as well in barber shops, right? Why can't we go and have, like, bit of pampering? We get nothing, do we?
O'Hara, the difference back then when you had a skinhead is that you had a decent head of hair. If you had a skinhead now or was completely bald, you'd be looking like Alan Brazil's love child, 100% with that big head of yours.
Used to look like Phil and Grant of talkSPORT.
I've got to agree with you, Jamie. I've been bald since early 20s, and I can't believe Gabby's place in the hairdressers. Get your own clippers, do it yourself. So funny. Anyway, by the way, Jamie, you were quality of Rose Blackpool back in the day.
I tell you what, Mr. O'Hara, you haven't got many haircuts left because your forehead's getting bigger by the day. Your hair's growing.
I've got a bit of a slab head, I'm not going to lie. The forehead is out. But Gabs, Goldstein's messaged me this morning and he said, it's embarrassing you keep going to get your hair cut, mate. What, you know, like when you get your hair done, you know, and you've got the barber there, and he gets the mirror behind you, you know, to show you what he's done.
He does as well.
What's he showing?
And I'm like, mate, I know what's there. Nothing. There's no fade. Yeah. Before there'd be a fade back in the day, you're like, yeah, I like the fade. It's perfect. Now he's showing me. I'm like, yeah, mate, I know it's bald. Thanks.
What's the point of getting the mirror out?
I know, mate. He does.
The back of your head looks like the front of your head.
I know, mate. And he literally does that, and then he gets his clippers back, and he's like, I missed a bit, and he does it again. I'm laughing in my head, like, mate, there's nothing to get. You've got it all in the first 30 seconds.
Oh, dear. Do you shampoo? Do you like what?
No. So I sometimes shampoo.
Yeah.
When the hair grows around the sides.
Does it come out? Like,
no, but listen, let me explain, right? When I go to the Turkish barbers by my house, right?
Yeah.
Get in there, and I do say to him, listen, I have a bit of banter with him every time I go. Like, there's not much you can do, he's the mate. Just take it all off.
Yeah.
And then I ask for the nose and the ear wax.
Yeah.
Feels great, mate. You know what I mean? It feels important. I ask for the hot towel. And then he does the facial hair, and he takes more time on the facial hair than my head.
Honestly.
And he's got the knife out, you know, sharpen it up.
Sharpen it all up.
Do you know what I mean, Jamie? Like, it's important, mate. Like, bald men can go and get pampered, mate.
No,
stay at home and cut our hair in the mirror.
No, bald men, it's like loads of people are bald. It suits them. I've got nothing against it. I just can't imagine a bald man going into
we need to get some like some famous bald men on. Can we get Phil and Grant Mitchell on? They'd be all over you, mate. Peggy loved Phil and Grant to get a haircut.
Just get a bic and do it yourself, no?
But you don't. You want to feel pampered, don't you?
So you're going in there for the massage, really, aren't you?
It's got this machine that he massages you while you've got the hot towel on your face and you've got the steam on you.
Yeah,
mate, it's great, mate.
I know. I can send you a couple of places for a massage if you want.
Oh yeah, we're both there, butterflies. Alan talks about all the time. But the last time I went, it did take too long because the missus was over the road at the coffee shop. I said, so I'll be 20. I was 45, mate.
45 minutes?
45 minutes.
45 minutes?
I swear, mate, it was taking forever.
What's he doing?
I think he just looks at me and I'm bald. He's trying to make me feel better, mate. Can you make a bald man feel better leaving the barbers?
Oh, it kills me.
Oh, Lord.
Right, let's get the latest odds now. Coral and Dave Stevens.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Steve-O.
Gentlemen, a very, very
Hello,
good morning.
Steve-O.
The talkSPORT listener calling you the love child of Alan Brazil, Jay. That's got to hurt.
That hurt a little bit because he's not far wrong, you know. When I sit in this chair and I host breakfast, I look and think, I am actually turning into Al. I'm turning into Al.
Mind you, the stick you gave Ollie, that last caller, you know, it's right that the talkSPORT listeners are fine. Look, you're asking who are the closest challengers to Arsenal.
Yeah,
From our perspective as bookmakers, it's Manchester City. Arsenal are odds on to win the title, and that's fair enough. Then it's Manchester City 9-2. Then it's Liverpool 7-1. Manchester United are 25-1. Anyone back in Manchester United at 25-1 for the title needs to go and sit down. They need to go and visit Gab's barber and have a massage and just calm down.
Careful, mate. Simon Clay will be there with me soon. He's not got much on there.
They're a million miles off it. You're not mentioning Chelsea or Tottenham.
No.
Well, what are Tottenham?
Well, Tottenham are 50-1. Chelsea are 40-1.
Hold on. Man United are closer to winning the title than Tottenham.
Yeah, that's what I say. I think that's just wrong. I think that's one of those that the bookmakers have just got wrong.
Recent bias.
But, well, there is that gap, and there is also the fact, and I'm going to get pelters, but I'm sure Manchester United still have a huge following amongst the punters. There's still those that believe that Amorim is the man to turn it round. But look, it's Arsenal's to lose at this stage, but no one's talking about Bournemouth. No one's talking about Sunderland. They're only 3 points behind.
Yeah, I know, but come on.
You think they'll drop off, though, won't you, Bournemouth and Sunderland?
We all thought that about Leicester, but look, I know what you're saying. It's Arsenal's to lose, but with 9 games on, come on, there's a long, long way to go yet.
Just on the weekend's games, look, the big one for me that I'm looking at the weekend, Tottenham-Chelsea, tomorrow 5:30. We never play well against Chelsea, but what are our odds at home?
I can't believe, right? This is the Cundy O'Hara derby.
It is.
Chelsea are favourites, and I
away from home.
Yeah, look, Tottenham's home form we know hasn't been great.
No.
Their away form is what's got them in the top 4 at the moment. But that's 7-4, and Chelsea is 6-4. The draw, I think, has got to be a massive gap. I know you love a draw.
I do like a draw, mate. All over it, mate.
5-2 the draw in this one for you, Gab?
Yes, I fancy a draw. I feel Spurs, he'll set them up well. When you want to set them up defensively, they look better, don't they?
We've been poor at home, though.
Yes.
We've been poor at home.
Steve-O, can I ask you about 2 other games that maybe wouldn't be on the front of your odds?
Of course.
Fulham versus Wolves, big game at the bottom of the table because Fulham are right in it down there. And also West Ham, Newcastle. West Ham, I fear for them.
Well, you've mentioned, I mean, teams Wolves and West Ham that at the start of the season wouldn't have been amongst the favourites for relegation, both bang in it. Fulham are odds on to win this one at home. No great surprise there, I don't think. Wolves are shade over 3-1. Looks like the draw would be a good result for Wolves there, Gab, doesn't it? But I say, I think you've got to fancy Wolves. And then you talk about West Ham. I mean, a team bang in trouble. Odds on for relegation. They're nearly 4-1 at home against the Newcastle team. 4-6. What do we make of Newcastle under Eddie? I mean, I like them. They quietly go about their business, don't they? Which is a bit like Eddie Howe himself, isn't it? There's nothing flash, there's nothing flamboyant about it, but they get it done.
Yeah, look, they're not title challengers, but they're a top 4 challenger, do you know? And I think when you look at the squad of players that they've got, they're strong, physical, big. Yes. You know, midfield, he's got energy. Tonali's fantastic. Voltamada up front's been a really good signing. You know, he's done a great job there, Eddie Howe. A couple of the players have had to settle in quickly. There was a lot of turmoil at the start of the season. That's probably why they got off to a bit of a poor start with all the Isak stuff around them. But now, I'm looking at them saying, they're a good side. They're a good team.
I think as well, Jamie.
They're 12th in the table, but they won't be there for long.
You look at West Ham defensively, and if you're Eddie Howe, you're saying, if it's Alanga, if it's Murphy, if it's Barnes, Gordon, listen, this is a game where you get at that defence because they're fragile.
But you talk about defences to be got at, Gab. Your Aston Villa side. Yes. I know we spoke earlier in the week, and I said this is a great time to go into Anfield. Liverpool are odds on, but we know for whatever reason they are just not firing at the moment. Aston Villa nearly 4-1. The draw's over 3-1. Gab, where are you in this one? I know you got your Villa bias on, but.
You know what, mate?
It's a great time to go there, isn't it?
I think it's a great time to go there, but I do see Liverpool winning the game. Aston Villa's record against Liverpool, I think it's 1 win in 13 against Liverpool. Struggle at Anfield as well, and I'm sure with the players being rested during the week, they'll be firing. Tough game.
You're not getting carried away, are you?
No, but I'm going to back Villa when we come off the call.
All right. Steve-O, you're a star, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, fellas.
Top man, Steve-O.
That was looking at latest odds, all thanks to Coral 18+. Beganware.org. Coming up, Gabby has got a surprise on me. Is it trick or treat? Or has it got something to do with me saying this earlier on? Spurs globally are bigger than Chelsea.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Here are some of the best off-camera anecdotes from recent years at the Ryder Cup. As caddy Billy Foster went to relieve himself at the Belfry, he noticed only one of the 2 cubicles had toilet paper. Shortly after he'd sat down, Tiger Woods went into the empty cubicle and realised his mistake all too late. So Foster took some paper, reached under the cubicle with a rescue offering, and as Tiger went to take it, Foster uttered the words, "Europe, one up." Fast forward 10 years to the miraculous Medina. Rory McIlroy overslept and was in danger of missing his Sunday tea time. Thankfully, travel organiser Erica Stoll sorted him a police escort, and 3 years later, McIlroy proposed. Scottish legend Sam Torrance tells many a yarn about the great Ballesteros. Apparently, Sevi would regularly give coaching clinics to his European teammates. When the same players asked for help a week later at the Italian Open, Sevi would tell them to... Having started with a Billy Foster story, let's finish with one from the 12th tee at Oakland Hills in 2004. It was Jimenez and Garcia against Westwood and Clark in a practice round. And as they finished, Foster decided to jump in the buggy and speed away with all their clubs, only to lose control entirely and see it careering towards the spectators. Thankfully, the Red Sea parted and the buggy smashed into a tree, with viewers and clubs still intact.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie Hart, Gabby Agbonlahor, Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Right, Gabby, you got a surprise for me. What is it?
Right, Jamie.
Here we go.
Earlier on, you said that Spurs are a bigger club globally than Chelsea.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain why to new listeners?
Well, for me, history, you can't get away from it. Spurs have been a massive football club for many, many years. I just think everyone sees Tottenham as a cup final in London. Chelsea treat it as a cup final. And, recent success, Chelsea obviously have become a big football club because of the investment that they got from Roman Abramovich. And they bought the league. They bought a load of amazing players, and fair play to them. But
what do you mean bought the league?
Well, they bought the league, didn't they? They bought the league. Apart from John Terry and Frank Lampard, they've just bought a whole team of players. You can't do that anymore. Look at Newcastle. They brought in billionaires who could try and, but the rules don't allow it. Tottenham Tottenham haven't been that club. Tottenham have not been that club, but they went big, and that's what made them big. Chelsea weren't bigger than Tottenham before Chelsea.
Oh, wasn't there? What, the Dennis Wise era, no. Jason Cundy era?
No, absolutely not.
So globally, then, let's say Asia and America.
Yeah, go on.
You're saying Spurs are bigger fan base globally?
100% in Asia. Definitely. We got, because of Son.
Okay.
Have you got some stats for me? Because you're going to start reading out some garbage.
No, Jamie.
Come on.
Well, we've had this message, mate, in response this morning from a certain Chelsea legend. Take it away.
There we go.
Morning, Gabs. What on earth is he on about this morning, O'Hara? Even using those two words together, Spurs and globally, should never be in the same sentence ever again. Mate, they're still doing their pre-season tours around North London. Absolutely ridiculous. Also, I've been invited to the game by Tottenham the weekend. So it's a 5:30 kickoff. They've asked me to get there at 5:29, and they'll said they'll take me round the trophy cabinet and they'll have me in my seat by kickoff. That's how miles off it they are, mate.
What do you think of that, mate?
Obviously, John Terry, coming in with a smoke. Listen, JT, he played in the era when they were big. And, had Roman Abramovich, and he was unbelievable. But, but I'm talking before then, they were nowhere near as big as Tottenham. They weren't. They had Roman Abramovich, they had John Terry.
Dennis Wise, Hasselbank,
Oh,
Mark
do
Hughes.
me a favour.
They were a
Come
good
on.
team, mate.
No, there was a great side. John Terry. I played against John Terry. He's unbelievable.
I wonder about before that, the days of Mark Hughes,
Jason Cundy played for Chelsea. Jason Cundy got 2 left feet. He was awful. He got a game. Saying that, he played for Spurs as well, to be fair. But, you know, like JT, and everyone digs out our trophy cabinet, all right?
Yeah.
And I say this to JT. You only got that trophy cabinet because you had Roman Abramovich. It's as simple as that. If you didn't have that, they wouldn't have that trophy cabinet. Mate, I go to Chelsea Stamford Bridge. Honestly, it's terrible football ground. There's no atmosphere.
It's iconic, though.
You've got like they call it the shed end. You know? Like the shed end. Like, look at our ground. Look at our stadium. It's unbelievable. Everyone's trying to copy us. Even
It is great.
Everton's. Have you seen Everton Stadium?
Yeah.
Have you seen inside it? It looks like a toy Spurs stadium.
Give me a toy.
It looks like a toy Spurs stadium. Have you seen it? Like when you watch it on TV now, it looks like Spurs, but just not as big. It's like a toy version of it. Everyone wants to copy our stadium. And, you know, look, we ain't had the investment that Chelsea have had. You know, they went out and they spent big and they done unbelievable. But, come on, mate. The Spurs are bigger. Spurs are bigger for me. They are.
I think we need a watch along.
Recent success.
You and
Chelsea.
you and JT watch along on the weekend. That'll be brilliant.
I can't compete with JT. I can't compete. He's out of order saying that. You know, our trophy cabinet's all right. We've got the Europa League in it, by the way.
Exactly, fresh.
Yeah, it's got fresh.
Yes.
You know, the cobwebs have been dusted off. The Europa League's in there, glistening.
I've got to say though, mate, I went to the Villa game at Spurs Stadium. It was lovely, mate. Snuck in through a little door, straight up the lift, straight into the corporate. Lovely, mate. Spicy cottage pie it was, Jamie. At a Sunday dinner. It was delicious, mate.
Good day out, mate.
Half time, some cheese.
Yeah, so you enjoy
it.
Now you want.
Lovely job.
So when you're digging out Spurs' stadium,
Not
with
anymore,
Beyonce
mate.
there and all
No,
that,
no, I'm all
now
over
you
it.
realise how great that stadium
Mate,
is.
the Spurs fans were great as well. They were talking to me and they were like, "No problem, you've been here." It was a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
If we had John Terry playing for Tottenham, we would have won some Premier League titles. Let me tell you.
Agreed.
Right, now it's just 6 days' time. We'll find out if a friend of talkSPORT Breakfast will be able to call himself a Traitors winner. England rugby legend Joe Marler has reached the final and seems to be bang on the money to who the Traitors actually are. Here's his former teammate, England fly-half Marcus Smith, who's been in touch with us this morning.
Jose Marler, I think he's done a great job in terms of identifying the traitors from an early stage with the big dog theory. I do also think he's played it smart in terms of aligning with a couple of the traitors that he feels have power, and I think he's picking them off one by one. Come on, Joe.
Yeah, Joe Marler's been absolutely brilliant on it. I'm so glad he's done well. And
Top guy, isn't he?
he's funny and he's amazing on it. Alan Carr somehow as well has made it to the final as a traitor too. But we're going to speak to star of the series 2 until he was thrown under the bus by the eventual winner Harry. Former traitor Paul Gorton is with us now. All right, Paul.
Good morning, Paul.
Hey lads, how are we doing? Thrown under the bus by a Chelsea fan as well, I might add.
Yeah,
What's that saying?
They'll throw anyone under the bus, them lot, let me tell you. Paul, look, it's obviously caught the audience, this one. I've been watching Traitors for a while, it's amazing, but the celebrity version has obviously got everyone watching. I watched your one as well. It was an amazing series. How hard is it to be a traitor?
Oh, mate, it's really tough. At the start, you kind of like, oh, it's a game, this will be all right, this. But once you get maybe 2 or 3 days in, it starts really wearing away at you. So, you know, to get this far, they've done incredibly well. Jonathan done really well. Obviously, in my season, we were throwing people under the bus left, right and centre. So they've done well to stick together so far. But yeah, I think Jonathan, that was his time to go. And then Kat and Alan now could go through and win it next week.
Yeah, the Alan Carr and Kat, they've been. Alan Carr's the worst traitor ever, by the way. He's absolutely like I don't know. Like I don't want to give any spoilers for people who haven't watched it last night. But him last night when he had to stand there and try and convince people that he was a faithful, he couldn't even look you in the eye.
But he's laughing. Like every time someone's banished, you know, everyone's upset. Mark Bonner's like trying to run through a wall. You know, Joe Marler's like rubbing his eyes. He's laughing. He's covering his laugh. Can we not just like look at that for 1 second and start voting for that?
Yeah.
It's insane how obvious he's being. I think he could be in a cloak at the round table and people still wouldn't guess.
Yeah, it's an amazing show. And they've put this together. I think it's going to get bigger and bigger. Your one, though, was one that everyone talked about, wasn't it? Because Harry, the eventual winner, he stole the money at the end and it was a right stitch up, wasn't it? And he took a lot of stick in the end for how he handled the whole thing.
Yeah, he did. And do you know what, as well, for him, what was he, 23 years of age, fresh out the army, got chugged into that show. So to go that entire distance. But, I mean, at the end of the day, there's 100 grand on the table and it's just a game. So he was just thinking, I don't care whose heart I break here, whether it's my best mate, Paul, or whether it's Molly at the end. He just went through and won it. He still not give me a penny either, but he did buy me a Guinness the other day, so he's doing all right.
Paul, how hard is it to keep lying all day, every day, or how easy is it?
No, well,
I mean, you've done that for years, Gabs.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I found it easy at the start because I was just in game mode. I'm trying to be this villain, this character. You know, we can keep popping people off. But then when my eventuality came in episode 8, I was ready to go. Like, you are just so worn down and so tired. And when you get caught, there's like you can see it in Jonathan's face, like there's a relief. You're like, oh, I'm done. I don't need to do this anymore. I can just get home.
Yeah.
And I felt like a really sweet relief when I got caught. It was quite nice.
Yeah, I know. I love it. I don't watch too much telly anymore, but this one I've been absolutely hooked on. I know you're a Liverpool fan, right, Paul?
Right, we'll change the conversation. Let's talk about something else.
So you got Real Madrid next week. You're playing against the traitor, Trent.
Oh,
do you know what? I had to bite my tongue when he moved over there because I did want to tell everyone that, you know, it's a man after my own heart leaving Liverpool and going there. But was it a good move though? Because, you know, we're in absolute bits now. So did he see the writing on the wall, you know, with these rumours going around of buying these absolute superstars that haven't performed? And now, you know, Slot might go. We've got Madrid coming up. I think we've got Villa. Is the
Man City, yeah.
Like, you know, we could lose, you know, 12 or 13 games on the bounce pretty much. I think the writing might be on the wall for Slot. I think brings back Klopp.
Paul, if you had to pick the biggest traitor in football, who would it be?
Oh, my gosh. In football... Ooh. What about, I mean, Ashley Cole's got to be up there for his move. Sol Camp, maybe Ashley, Sol and Trent. They're a good traitors.
That's a big three, that. It's a big three of traitors.
It's not a bad team, that, either, actually.
Yeah, they're walking in. Yeah, that's unbelievable. I think they'd probably win traitors, them three, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think they would do, actually. Yeah, Trent's delivery. Yeah, Sol's nice, big and strong. Yeah, I think that could be all right, that, actually.
Yeah. Are you going to watch a final? It's on next week, right?
Yeah, it's on next week, next Thursday night.
I hope Joe wins. I hope Joe Marler wins it.
Yeah, I know Joe. Joe would be... It's funny, going into the show, everyone thought, you know, Stephen Fry's the most intelligent and David and all these other people. No one thought anything about Joe.
No.
I think it's amazing that emotional intelligence, he's right up there. I think he's the smartest lad in there. He's the only one working as a team.
Yeah.
And, you know, if he wins it, I'd be made up for him.
But he knows how to be around a group of people, right? In a dressing room. He knows how to sit around a table and have discussions. He knows how to read people, yes. You know, so don't underestimate what, you know, Joe's about. It might play off like he's a bit of a fool, but he ain't.
No, nowhere near. He's a smart lad. He's a team sport player. And I think if you look at, his upbringing and what he's gone through and then the success that he's had.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
You see it, what he's doing now. So, Joe to win.
Yeah. All right, Paul, you're a star, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Legends, lads.
Cheers,
see you,
mate.
boys.
Thank you.
Traitors legend Paul Gorton there from Series 2. If you haven't watched it, I don't know where you can find it.
Getting on it later, mate.
Yeah, you need to get on it.
I'm all over it.
Great game. Claudia Winkleman on it as well. She's amazing. Come on, Joe Marler. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Yeah, don't forget, 15 minutes, we'll hear from the man who is under huge pressure heading into the game against Villa tomorrow night. Live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Paul, the Liverpool fan, just said there he could go if he loses, potentially, but I can't see that happening. We'll be crossing live to Arnie Slot's pressure. Pressure? Honestly, you boys, you like Alan Brazil, you lot. It's a shambles. Arnie Slot's news conference at 9 a.m. What excuses is he going to be making ahead of this one? Stay tuned to find out. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast, me, Jamie Hine, Gabby Agbonlahor. Right, as it's Halloween, it's time for a bit of this. If there's something strange in your neighbourhood, who you gonna call? Gab Busters. If you want to moan, then pick up your phone. Who you gonna call? Gab Busters. Oh, no, some of the stuff they're getting us to do.
My American accent. Who you gonna call?
Right, it's time for Ghastly Gab to tell us what he wanted in Gab Busters. The first ghastly ghoul that needs to be Gab busted is VAR. Come on, talk me through it.
Ghastly, you've changed, you have. When you become posh, Jamie.
Yeah, ghastly.
That's a Simon word.
It's very ghastly.
Very ghastly in the way they...
Nothing. Nothing.
So VAR for me, Jamie, I hate because I remember scoring some important goals. I remember my 2 goals back-to-back seasons at Birmingham City, St Andrews.
You only got 2 goals as a shot.
No, but jumping in the away fans, celebrating. I remember knocking over stewards and getting the yellow card off the ref for the celebration. And then now to think that you could do all that, come back to the halfway line. Sorry, it's there was a foul 30 seconds ago before the goal. It's been disallowed. That's the big thing that I hate about it. That when we played, mate, you look at the linesman.
Look at the linesman.
Line those flags not up. It's a goal.
Yeah, I know.
And you can just celebrate.
That's why I love the Carabao Cup early rounds. There's no VAR. You know, it feels like you can just celebrate. And the fan experience, I think, is getting ruined at grounds. And
you have to wait.
Yeah, you can't really enjoy the moment properly if you think, oh, there might have been a foul there, or there might have been a handball, or there might have been offside. You know, like, I hate that feeling.
But it's when, say you run through on 1v1 and you score a goal, then the linesman puts the flag up, then it goes to VAR and it's like, no, you wasn't offside. But
the moment's already
gone.
The
moment's gone. Then you see players come and celebrate again with the fans. It's a bit like, it's not the same energy as the first time. That's what I hate about it the most.
Would you get rid of it?
I would love to get rid of it. The only reason why I'd get rid of it is because it was all about mistakes, wasn't it? Back in the day. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes
there's so much money in football, though, Gabs.
Something and linesman got them wrong. I probably would have scored 3 goals if there was like offside.
Yeah, you was always
back
offside.
In the day, I was always offside, mate. Got away with murder. But I would get rid of it, yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
All right. The next ghastly goal that needs to be Gab busted is this. What's this, Gabs?
Fireworks, mate.
What do you mean?
I'm not having them, mate.
You're not having fireworks?
And I'm dreading tonight, mate.
Why?
Because I want to go to sleep, mate. I'm not an old man, mate. I want to be asleep by 9:30, 10 tonight, mate.
What's happened to you?
I don't know, mate.
You've changed.
I don't want to hear these fireworks. There should be a time limit. 9 p.m, no more fireworks. Going to keep me awake tonight. And people carry it on.
Yeah.
People have been doing it for the last 2 weeks. They'll carry it on into November. And get rid of them, mate.
You know firework night's the 5th of November, right?
You know people will be on it on tonight as well.
Yeah, but
Halloween.
But you know you're talking about fireworks. Firework night is not tonight.
No, I know. But people still start tonight, though.
I don't know if they do.
I've been in fireworks for the last 2 weeks.
But you hate fireworks, but it's not firework night.
Yeah, but it is soon.
It's Halloween.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Joker.
It's not the same thing.
It's round the corner. It's
Oh, God.
It's 5 days away, mate. It's the same thing. So you're telling me that people are goody two-shoes and don't do any fireworks till bonfire night?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you're moaning about fireworks. You're saying, I want to go to sleep.
I don't like it,
It's
mate.
not firework
But
night.
they will be doing them tonight, mate. Friday the 31st October. People can't help themselves. So what's the fun about them?
You know, good fun, no?
It's not, mate.
What's the matter with you?
It's not, mate. I remember my old man used to do me in the garden, mate.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, didn't you fly at you?
Yeah.
You get them wrong.
Yeah, get them wrong. Start shooting through the lounge.
Yeah. Straight through the window.
I've done that a few times. But no, come on, look, fireworks.
Nah, mate.
Fireworks are good fun.
Get rid of everything,
London
mate.
fireworks are all
Get rid
right.
of Christmas. Get rid of everything, mate. A lot.
Danson Park, they do some good fireworks. Danson.
Mate.
No?
No, the nonsense.
You need to cheer up, mate.
I don't, mate.
What kids? They look. What? You're not take the kids to fireworks?
No way, mate. Homework.
Oh, mate. Honestly, what's happened?
Revise, mate. A-levels, GCSEs coming, Jamie.
What's happened to you, mate? What's happened to you?
I know, I've changed.
Right, the next ghastly goal needs to be Gab busted is players hugging each other.
Oh, don't get me started.
Go on, I'm not a fan.
Oh, I watched the El Clasico last week, man, and I loved it. There was police holding Vinicius Jr. away from Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
There was Jude Bellingham trying to get, and Mbappe, who don't normally do that, trying to get to Barcelona players. I loved the feistiness of the game. Red card for Pedri. we watch the Premier League now, and there's big games. It could be Liverpool, Manchester United, and after the game, they're talking, chat, and
they're all mates.
They might have lost a big game by 3 or 4 goals, and players are, you all right, mate? What's happening? What are you doing tonight? You want to grab a bit of food after?
Bit China White?
Yeah. You fancy a couple of drinks afterwards?
Yeah.
Back in the day, mate, it was hatred between rival teams.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? You couldn't stand them. You didn't want to shake hands after a game. I just think that the rivalry's gone in football now, and they're all too pally for me.
No, I 100% agree with you on that. It's for me.
Swapping shirts, mate, in a
swapping
derby.
shirts,
Have I ever swapped
shaking hands,
shirts to a
chatting after the game. Like when you've got beat as well, I'm seeing them all chat after. Do me, go away. Like if you want to chat, like, go and WhatsApp each other afterwards, whatever, or
Do you know what I hate though?
It just winds me up when I see it on the pitch.
Mate, I see it all the time. You're spot on. Where it's a TV game, you're watching it, and a team might have lost, and they're laughing and joking with all the other team. And I'm like, if I'm a fan, I'm looking and thinking, get yourself down the tunnel.
Yeah, I know.
At least show that you're upset and you're angry.
Yeah.
I know you might have mates in opposite teams, but come on.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Right, lastly, the ghastly gall that needs to be busted is this.
Actually, you've got a little bit of the old Ice Ice Baby Barber.
VIP.
Go on, here we go.
Let's kick it. Ice, baby. Ice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention.
Something grabs a hold of me tightly, falls at the bottom daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow.
To the extreme,
I might write like a vandal, light up the stage and like a jump like a candle. Hands. That's a tune, by the way. It's a tune. Ice Ice Baby, right? It's a banger. It's my go-to.
Do you know what, Jamie? It's a tune, but like we've got kids, mate, that are growing up.
Yeah.
And you don't want your kids being out and about and their friends say, look at this guy. Oh, that's my dad. What's he doing? Dad, please stop singing. Please.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? You should have a bit of fun, didn't you? Do you know what I mean? Have a bit of banter. RD was on, the British rapper. I had to show him what I was about.
My kids are a nightmare, though, mate. They tell me off all the time for anything.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, don't make me come to the school when I drop you.
Yeah.
And embarrass you.
I know.
I'll be singing out the window.
I like embarrassing my kids though. I like winding them up.
Oh,
I was on Sky yesterday, and they threw out the whole 6-7.
6-7, yeah.
And I'll give it that one. And I only done it because of my kids, right? And they were messaging me, I can't believe you've done that on Sky. You're embarrassing us. You can't be doing 6-7. I was like, listen, it's just a joke that we have. Like, come on.
Yeah,
life's
it's not
too
that
short.
deal.
Just have a bit of a banter.
You know what I hate about the kids, though, mate, is they've done it since they were younger. Whenever I drop them to school, they literally get out of the car 20-30 minutes before the gate. I'm like, am I embarrassing? They're like, yeah. I'm like, what have I done?
Well, at least you get your haircut. You get an extra 40 minutes massage, can't you? Right, don't forget, Liverpool legend Robbie Fowler is on at 11 a.m. this morning. He'll be reacting to Arnie Slot's presser, which we're going to be bringing you live next. If you want to have your say after that, 03717 223344. If there's something strange in your neighbourhood, who you going to call? Gab Busters.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against a real prospect, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Yeah, good morning. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jeremy O'Hara. Gabby Agbonlahor alongside me. Still to come between now and 10 a.m. Little Sam Matterface will be here for the return of everyone's favourite Cursor, the commentator. Don't miss that. And I'm very sorry to say Jason Cundy will be with us ahead of the Sports Bar Derby. We'll ask him why Tottenham has become Chelsea's cup final. But now, a man under pressure. 6 losses in 7 games for Liverpool. Arnie Slot needs a win against Aston Villa. We're going to get over to his presser in just a minute, Gabs. But look, this is a massive game against your club. You had a sticky start to the season, but you picked up.
I feel they've done well in recent weeks. What happened in the summer, Jamie, with Emi Martinez, who was pushing for a move to Manchester United, didn't happen in the end. You had that uncertainty. Jacob Ramsey left. Rashford obviously didn't come back to the club, trying to get Asensio in. So it was a bit of a weird transfer window for Aston Villa. Harvey Elliott and Sancho on the last day of the transfer window came in. But the squad is nowhere near as good as it was last year to me. And it took its toll. Ollie
Nowhere
Watkins,
near as good?
No, because I just look at Asensio, Rashford last season.
Yeah.
Jacob Ramsey, big ball carrier in the team. To miss out on those players, Guesson's come in and done okay. Brendia's picked up form. But I still think we're missing a couple of star players to really try and get into that top 4.
Here's a question for you. Would you swap Unai Emery for Arnie Slot?
Pardon? It's Halloween, mate, not April Fool's. What do you mean? Unai Emery is one of the
Slot
best.
won the Premier League.
With Jurgen Klopp's team, you said. With that team he had last season and how poor the teams were, they should have won the league, Liverpool. But I look at what he's done in 3 years. It was 3 years last week, Unai Emery's time at Villa. 3 consecutive wins at home against Manchester City. European football.
You don't get a trophy for that.
Yeah, but what he's done has been outstanding. Since Gerrard left.
Yeah.
It didn't work under Gerrard. But what he's done, the football... I was on the train on Tuesday. John McGinn was on the train. We sat together for like an hour on the train back to Birmingham, talking to him. And he just says that he's very intense in how he coaches, his meetings. And he said before the game against Manchester City, like an hour's meeting before the game, watching clips and stuff. So everything you see when it works for Aston Villa on the training pitch, meetings, different to when we played, mate. 10-minute meeting, you're out there, weren't you? So see, this is what they do. See you later. Now it's very intense, and the players are fully on board because they're seeing results.
No, he's an incredible manager. You know, he's done a great job. Do you think he's tactically better than Arne Slot?
100%. And I think that will tell tomorrow night in the game, because you look at the Man City game on the weekend, Jamie, you had Kamara and Onana playing as like 2 sitters, and they couldn't get through Man City. So organised. Even John McGinn played off the right-hand side. You had Buendia off the left. Sancho come on. And he's not scared to make big decisions. Sancho, you come on, but you know what? You're not doing much, so I'm going to bring you off. And he wasn't happy, Sancho. But big managers will make those big decisions. And I just think tactically, Torres played. Torres was outstanding on the ball.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Tyrone Mings, better defender. But when Torres can come out with the ball and make those passes into the strikers in midfield, it makes a difference.
Do you think Arne Slot, he's coming under pressure because of his tactics and the team hasn't gelled? Do you think he's making too many excuses?
100% excuses, and he needs to think more what he says after games. The one that he said about Manchester United, that they had the ball in the air too much. Well, what do you want them to do? Play from the back so you can press high and score goals. You've got to get past the back five. You've got to find a way to break down a stubborn defence. Talking about squads and you haven't got enough players. Well, I'm not being funny. If you didn't buy the players, whoever's in charge of buying the players, Liverpool, has got to come forward and say they made a few mistakes, spending so much money on players, selling Diaz, buying Vert for 110 million, buying Isak for 130 million when you already got Ekatike. Could you not have got 3 or 4 more players with the Isak money to make a bigger squad like Chelsea?
Do you not think they need Isak?
Not when they signed Ekatike, I didn't. I thought it'd be an outstanding signing, and players get injured, Jamie, and you can rotate, so it's no harm in having both of them. But when you sign Ekatike for 70 million, very promising striker, I just didn't think that they needed to go and get Isak as well, because now he's got a problem of when they're both fit, strikers want to play every game, Salah wants to play every game. Now you've got to say, oh, Ekatike, Isak, which one's it going to be this weekend? Which one's going to play the Champions League? So he's giving himself a headache.
Arne Slot come under huge criticism on Wednesday night. He fielded a team of teenagers in the Carabao Cup against Palace. Former Premier League manager Alan Pardew claimed he's just...
looking at the feedback he's had after last night and the team that he selected, he's put himself under massive pressure. Something that he wouldn't have expected, particularly with the signings they made in the summer. But the gelling, the coming together of that squad looks all over the place at the moment. There's definitely a feeling of unease that is spreading.
Yeah, look, Alan Pardew there speaking after the game and the pressure he's come under. And look, Alan knows more than anyone about pressure in football teams, but do you think he is under pressure?
No, not at all. We just won the Premier League for Liverpool Football Club. They're not going to put you under pressure after 9 games.
They spent a lot of money.
No, of course. We look at the table, Jamie. They're on 15 points. Man City are on 16. So is Pep under pressure? Pep spent a lot of money as well. Not as much as Liverpool, but spent a lot of money. What he needs is some of his big players to turn up. Van Dijk, can you demand a clean sheet from the rest of your back four? Canate, can you get him up to speed? Can you yourself be a better defender? Can you get Robertson or Kirkes better defensively? Bradley, can you say, you know what? We're gonna not concede tomorrow night.
No, but I think he needs to go into a game, Arne Slot, and have that mentality.
Clean sheet wins.
Clean sheet. Do you know what I mean? And hope that and rely on the fact that they have got world class players up front. You know, but I feel like they're
scored
going into
16
games. I watched them against Frankfurt, right? And don't get me wrong, Frankfurt were poor. They threw the towel, and it ended up being a really good performance. But it was basically 5 at the back and 5 up front.
Yeah.
When I watched the game, they had Florian Wirtz, they had Ekatike, they had Isak, Frimpong, and Salah all standing, at the end of the pitch, and then they had a midfielder who was basically playing as a holding one, and the back 4. I was like, it just felt like this Liverpool might be able to get away with that against a poor Frankfurt side in the Champions League. You get rolled over in the Premier League, you play like that. You've got to be solid. You've got to be resilient. You've got to know how to defend as a group of players.
You're spot on.
They don't know how to defend.
And they've scored 16 goals, same as Arsenal, same as Bournemouth. Only Spurs and Chelsea and Man City have scored more, 17. And I remember when we used to play in games, Jamie, and we'd come in at half-time, 1-0 up. I remember the captain at the time, if it was Fabian Delph or Stilian Petrov, clean sheet wins us the game. We keep on saying it for 15 minutes. Clean sheet wins us the game, boys. And you go out and lose 3-1. No, but that's what they need, a clean sheet.
Yeah, we're going to get across to Arnie Slot's press conference right now.
Slow down a bit if things can go faster. Let's wait and see where they are. But like I said, Ryan trained with us for the first time yesterday. Will train with us today. And then we're going to make the call if he's able to start, yes or no. And the other two are probably 99.9% sure not in the squad Saturday.
You talked about squad depth after the game against Crystal Palace. What is it you think you're missing? What do you think that you need?
We miss nothing. So I'm happy that you asked this question. I'm completely happy with the team, with all the quality we have. And I'm also completely convinced by the strategy and the policy we have. But that makes it the issue, if you could talk about an issue, is that not all of them have had a proper pre-season or have been injured during the season. So then when 3 or 4 are injured, you go back to 16 players. So I am a firm believer in the fact that 20, 21 players are enough. But you have to keep them fit, as we did last season. And we are struggling a bit more to keep them fit for, in my opinion, obvious reasons. Because Alex is a great example of this. Came to us, I think, the 1st of September. A few others have missed out in pre-season. A few others have had their injuries in pre-season. So it has been more difficult than last season to keep them all available. And if then a few of them are not available, then it comes down a lot towards the same players. And maybe last season we were more lucky, or now we're a bit more unlucky. Again, no excuses for our results before people are going to say this again. But we had to play a lot of away games with only 2 days rest in between. And that would have been a difficult schedule for every player last season. And I mean a player that has been fit throughout pre-season, throughout the whole season. But that has not been our situation. And then I think you have to manage it, because upcoming week is again free in 7 or 8 days. So there's nothing to do with the squad depth. It has to do with how we've went through the season in terms of injuries and availability, and players available to play every single time 2 games in 3 days.
Finally for me, there's been a lot of speculation about contract negotiations for you. Are there talks ongoing at the moment? Can you tell us?
This is the last question I was expecting. I think my focus should be completely on getting Liverpool back on winning ways, and that's my first answer. And the second answer is that contract talks, if they are even there, are never. We never speak about this here. But let us first start to win again. That's where my main focus is on.
Andy, you mentioned there about the injuries that your team is suffering with and have suffered with across the first few weeks of the season, and the fact that the schedule is as demanding as it ever is. With the issues that you've got at the moment, how are you going about trying to solve these problems? How difficult is it to solve them in season with the injuries and with the number of games that you've got as well?
Just handling the situation as it is. So Alex is. Let me use Alex as an example. He had to do his pre-season inside the season, and people can then argue, why do you play him? But yeah, if I don't play him, I don't have him available, and we need to have him available because otherwise I have to play Hugo every single game. And I was just with Owen Hargreaves when he made the comparison between the two of them, and he showed that the both of them, for another reason by the way, but he showed me over there that both of them played. One played 34 games last season, the other one 34. And we play 60 over here. So that's why I need to get Alex as soon as I can into playing as many games as he can. And that has been something not only with him but with a few others as well. So Jeremy Frimpong has been in and out with injuries quite a few times. Same with Conor Bradley. So if one is out, the other one has to play more. That's why I've played maybe also Dominic Szoboszlai a few times in that position. So that has been something what every team, by the way, has. So it's, again, not an excuse for us because every team works with this. But what was a bit different than, for example, for me last season is that last season they all had 1 year Premier League experience as a minimum. And they were all fit when we started and they stayed fit. And now they weren't all fit from the start, and then it's also you have to some players have to play maybe even more than you want them to do, which is a risk for them getting injured as well. But it's just the situation as it is, and we have still more than enough good players available to play the game on Saturday, to play the game on Tuesday, and to play the game on Sunday. But I have to take care of a few of them.
That's Arnie Slot there, obviously, his live press conference. Feels like a lot of excuses, Gabs. I'm not going to lie. It feels like he's just going on about injuries and players not being fit and all this, rubbish. Everyone's got players unfit. Everyone's got injuries. Liverpool ain't been good enough. Simple as that.
I totally agree. I think he's backtracking as well with some of his comments that he made after the game, because I look at the bench from the weekend against Brentford and you've got Robertson on the bench, Gomez, McAllister, Endo, Chiesa, Rio. So they've got good players on the bench. Isak being injured, yes, not great news, but you've still got Ekitike who would want a run of games.
Yeah.
So I don't see that as an excuse. I think he's got to get on with it. Like he said at the end there, he's got more than enough good players to go and get results in the next 3 games.
Yeah. All right, you can have your say on this. Liverpool fans, you've just heard your manager speaking there this morning live. 03717 22 33 44. Yeah, good morning. You are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jamie O'Hara and Gabby Agbonlahor alongside me. After a busy week of League Cup action, the Premier League is back. And that can only mean one thing, the return of game day.
Never, ever predict what happens in the Premier League.
It's amazing. It's Lyle Foster. It's Wolves 2, Burnley 3.
Chance of we are top of the league at a defiant Emirates Stadium.
We're in a really good position at the moment, but we know how early it is and how difficult every game is.
Yet another defeat for Liverpool. The drama fast becoming a crisis.
Comes from again, and he sweeps Aston Villa into a 2-0 lead.
Bournemouth 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Bournemouth are up to second in the Premier League, and their brilliant start to the season continues.
Chelsea 1, Sunderland 2, Shamsteen Toby.
That top five at the moment is incredible, isn't it?
And above Liverpool. Finished here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 4, Brighton and Hove Albion 2.
West Ham 9 games in, 4 points.
Chorus of boos around Molineux.
The picture will shift and change.
It's all go on talkSPORT all the time. Wherever there's football, we will be there.
The games we're going to be previewing this morning are, the 5:30 kickoff, Tottenham versus Chelsea, then 8 o'clock tomorrow, Liverpool versus Aston Villa. It's a talkSPORT exclusive. 8 o'clock on Monday, Sunderland versus Everton. To preview those games, we're pitting Gabby against talkSPORT's chief football commentator, Sam Matterface. Morning, Sam.
Good morning.
Morning,
Hello,
Sam.
how are we? We all right? We all good? Good. I've got my Where's Wally jumper on this morning.
I was going to say, you do look like Where's Wally? Where's that? I mean,
mate.
I feel like we should put you in the back of like the stand. We'll just try and pick you out.
Yeah, well, I mean,
What were you thinking? Did you get dressed in the dark?
Well, there's 4 of us in here today, isn't there? So I just wanted to make sure I stood out.
What do you think of bald men going to the barbers? Been the talk of the day.
I heard this yesterday.
What do you think, mate?
Was it Andy Goldstein you were on?
Yeah,
We were discussing this a couple of days ago.
He was laughing at me, and Jamie's been laughing as well. Do you find it funny?
I found it interesting that you paid so much money for the privilege. Is it because you like sitting in the chair and having the hot towel?
I just want to feel like people with hair feel like. Do you know what I mean, Sam?
You don't want to get the mirror out, though, and they're just showing him the back of his head.
Mate, I've got a guy you could easily go to. We can sort you out. It's not a problem.
Promise, yeah?
Yeah, you can have. We can restore some of that.
Yep. Get the scissors out as well.
Do you reckon we could restore that? You reckon a little trip to Turkey? We can have a full head of hair.
I don't know.
Don't know, mate.
There's not much to work with, is there?
Yeah, it's a lot
Take it
there.
off my
I was
arms.
going to say we're going to have to take it off some other places.
Right, a quick reminder of the rules. Sam and Gabby both have 20 seconds to discuss each of the games that are across the talkSPORT network this weekend. All they have to do is give the result and score of each match, 1 goal scorer for each game, and finally, while they predict that outcome, each correct guess, they would get 1 point for a correct result, 3 points for a correct score, and a bonus point for naming a goal scorer. Sam has a 6-point lead with the score standing at 31-25. Right, first up.
We didn't make enough of that, Jamie.
What?
But
you're not walking away with it though, are you?
6-point lead's quite at this stage of the season.
Yeah, but we see Liverpool lose out already, haven't we? So, a long way to go here, Sammy. A long way to go.
Agreed.
The old stat man, I know that you are. I expect you to win pretty much every time.
I've lost every year so far.
Have you? Tottenham host Chelsea tomorrow evening. Spurs have just won of their last 13 Premier League games against Chelsea. Gab, your first prediction.
Okay, mate. Well, Spurs have won just only 1 of their last 13 Premier League games against Chelsea. I think this is going to be another fun day out for Chelsea at the Spurs Stadium. Aston Villa had a fun day out a couple of weeks ago there as well. I'm going for 3-1 to Chelsea.
3-1?
Estavo to score.
Estevao.
Hey, mate, free speech, mate. Can I just say what I think?
No. You wrote 2-2 down. Why did you scribble it out?
I changed, mate. I've seen the record.
All right, Sam, your guess?
Yeah, Chelsea have an amazing record. In fact, no visiting team has won more games at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium than Chelsea. I did to Tottenham in midweek, and they were a little bit under par. They've scored most of their goals from set pieces, but they are the top, not most of their goals, actually, that's not true. 5 of their 17 Premier League goals have come from headers, of which all of them come from corners. However, I do think that they will score against Chelsea because Chelsea's defence isn't great. João Pedro's not firing. Delap got sent off in midweek, so he can't play. I'm going to go draw here.
Okay.
And I will go 2-2. And I will go Kudus.
Oh, okay, all right. Right, next we've got Saturday night football for you live on talkSPORT. Liverpool host Aston Villa. The Reds are looking to avoid losing 5 consecutive league matches for the first time since September 1953. Sam, how are you calling this one?
Look, they've won just one of their last 15 trips to Anfield in the Premier League, Aston Villa. And Aston Villa actually usually end up being beaten by Liverpool. Liverpool have lost 6 of the last 7. You've just highlighted how bad that run of form is and how long it's been since they lost 5 in a row. I don't think they'll lose this game. I think the fact that some of the boys were taken out of the firing line in midweek probably gives them a mental rest and a reset. I am going to go for Liverpool to win by 2-1, and I will go Salah.
Okay, Gabs?
For God's sake. You just read out all my notes there, my stat pack. I'm going to go for similar result. I'm going to go 2-1, same result, sorry, to Liverpool. I can't choose Salah, can I? I'm going to go for Ekitike. Like Sam says, even when I was still playing, it was a very tough place to go Anfield. Always struggled there. Well, we did beat them 1-0 and I scored the winner. But we won't talk about that much. But I will go with 2-1 and Ekitike, mate, to score. Yes.
So you just copied Sam?
Yeah, just copied what Sam wrote down.
And finally, we've got Monday night action for you, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Everton travel to the Stadium of Light to face an in-form Sunderland. Gabby, your prediction?
So, tough game for Everton. Sunderland are on fire, 4th in the league, 17 points. Everton need a result. If you look at the league table, they've only won 1 of the last 5 Premier League games. I'm going to go for a 2-2 and Isidore to score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you like that, Sam?
I do.
You want a bit of Isidore?
I did want a little bit of Isidore.
Yeah,
He was
clear
on my
off.
list for today.
All right, Sammy, come on, what you got for us?
Well, I'll go for goal scorer Alan and Dyche. I'm going to go 1-1. I'll tell you why. Everton have lost the last 2 games to Manchester City and Tottenham. They don't lose 3 in a row with David Moyes in charge. Back to basics, 1-1. There's my prediction. Enjoy.
Okay. All right, that concludes this week's Curse of the Commentator. Where's Wally? You can get yourself out.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Thank you, Sam. Bring him back at 10 o'clock. Nice to see ya.
See you later, Sammy boy.
See you soon.
Jason Cundy, he's coming up next, talking to Wally's.
No.
League's profit and sustainability rules are sold to us as financial fair play, a way to keep clubs from going bust. But there are those who feel it's starting to look a lot like a system that protects the big boys and keeps the rest in their lane. Here's how it works and why people feel that way. So clubs can only lose 105 million quid over 3 years, which sounds fair, but here's the kicker. Your limit includes how much you earn. So if you're one of the traditional top 6, you've got massive global revenue streams and you can spend way more while still technically following the rules. Meanwhile, ambitious clubs like Newcastle, Villa or Forest, well, they're bringing a knife to a gunfight. Newcastle might be backed by Saudi billions, but they just can't splurge the cash. Their commercial income isn't there yet. Last season, they won their first domestic trophy since 1955 and qualified for the Champions League, which you'd think would be a great springboard for them to go on and start building a team to challenge at the very top. But because of PSR restraints, they couldn't break their wage structure for a new Alexander Isak contract, and look what happened there. So what's the solution? Well, either loosen the reins so ambitious clubs can spend within their means, or cap spending based on something other than revenue. Otherwise, we're just watching the same 6 teams swapping silverware most seasons, and that, folks, ain't what the Premier League was built on.
He did the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the Monster Mash.
You are listening to Talk Breakfast. Me, Jamie Hire, Gabby Agbonlahor, Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger now. Tomorrow at 5:30, Tottenham kick off against Chelsea. 6 places and 3 points ahead of their London rivals. But it's not often that a happy fixture for Spurs.
They used to call it 3 Points Lane.
Chelsea win at White Hart Lane almost regardless. It doesn't matter whether it's Torre Andre Flo, Bernard Lambourne or Bjarni Goldbeck scoring. Like we won't win at White Hart Lane.
And Nicholas Jackson proves maybe he is for real. Chelsea lead by 4-1.
It's just who we are, mate.
Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4.
Tottenham globally are a bigger club than Chelsea.
What on earth is he on about this morning, O'Hara? Spurs and globally should never be in the same sentence ever again. I've been invited to the game by Tottenham the weekend. So it's a 5:30 kickoff. They've asked me to get there at 5:29 and they've said they'll take me round the trophy cabinet and they'll have me in my seat by kickoff. That's how miles off it they are, mate.
Oh, he's killer. That's a killer. It's a killer line, that. Legendary former Chelsea captain there, John Terry, giving me some stick this morning. But it has become their cup final. They're so obsessed with Spurs. And joining us now to answer that question, my sports bar mucker, Chelsea and Tottenham's worst ever player, Jason Cundy, joins us.
Morning, Cundy.
All right, Cundy.
Morning, numbnuts. Isn't it fitting you two are doing Halloween, eh? Goblins in the morning.
Can you take a step back from your camera because your forehead is massive? It's taking up the whole screen. How are you, son?
I'm all right, mate. A bit tired. I'm only up here for doing it for you two.
Yeah.
I see you with Gabby last night.
Why are you tired, Cundy?
Why'd you think, Gab?
Your pre-match? Your pre-match before the show, baby?
Oh, mate, yes. I done a show last night, Rory Jennings. It was Chelsea heavy last night, mate.
Oh, how boring that was.
Garbage coming out of your mouth, O'Hara. Honestly, how can you ever be a big club when you've never, ever won your own league since 1961? You've never won the Champions League. You've got nowhere to go, mate. You've got nowhere to go.
Cundy, look, I'll have this argument with you, but you know, and I always say this to you, you're only a big club because of Roman Abramovich. You can never forget that. And you try and argue, say, we won the Europa League or we won some sort of trophy before. Come on, let's be honest. Roman Abramovich made you what you were, and you've run with that success. And you've won the Champions League, you've won the league.
Just go back before Roman, mate.
That's why I asked him. Conde, I asked him about that.
Go back and have a look. Before Roman turned up, we won more trophies than Liverpool in the 90s, won more trophies than Spurs. I mean, that's not difficult, by the way, because you lot your trophy dodgers. It's amazing that Big Ange did what he did last year. Chelsea are about 18 months away from a trophy, right?
What are you talking about 18 months away?
We're roughly 18. You do the maths. How many trophies we've won since 2000? You have a look. It's something like 25 trophies. You do the maths, mate. We ain't a million miles away. About 18 months from a trophy. You lot, you're about 28 years away from a trophy every year.
Conde, 1-1. Conde, why did Chelsea find it so easy against Spurs? Because Spurs have only won one of their last 13 Premier League games against Chelsea. What is it with Spurs being so easy, mate?
It goes back even before the Premier League, Gab. I played, there was that run of something like 30-something games. It goes back even when I played for Chelsea. That's how far back that run goes. I don't know.
You never played, mate. You was on the bench.
The thing is, right, that fixture, whatever you think, and I said this last night, I reckon this fixture, outside of the Liverpool, Man United, this fixture gives so much. There's always something. Yes. There's always some sort of controversy, drama, red cards. You know, the Battle of the Bridge was iconic.
Unreal.
I was there. You know, even a couple of years ago when they had 2 red cards, Jackson scoring a hat trick. And there's always something. So whatever happens, there will be fireworks. And more often than not, Gab, I think it's just because it's Spurs. They know, all the fans know.
What do you mean? Because it's Spurs? Can you explain that?
They're just Spurs. Gab.
What does that mean?
That's exactly what I said. They're Spurs. And it doesn't matter what state Chelsea are, don't know what state of flux we are, what managers come in. It might be an interim manager.
He's
we
unbearable.
always put their pants down. We always get the better of them. And they're my favourite punch bag. Spurs are my favourite. Chelsea just go to work on Spurs. They go in and they just pound that punch bag. And there's nothing they can do about it, Gab. Every single year. I've been working with him now, 4 or 5 years. He's only had 1 victory over me in that time. Every single time, Chelsea beat Spurs, and he knows it. He knows it.
Honestly, I hate working with him. Honestly, it's unbearable. Do you know, right? He come in the other day. He was fuming. Chelsea got beat by Sunderland, by the way. You got beat by Sunderland at home.
Can happen.
Shocking performance, right? He was seething. Got off the back of a bike, right? And he comes in and he brings in a scarf, right? And at Chelsea, this is how bad this football club is and how low value they are. They're selling scarves outside Stamford Bridge with his face on it.
What's wrong with that?
It's Jason Cundy, the worst player who's ever played for Chelsea. They've got scarves outside with his face.
Honestly, I've got to be honest, I don't know who's buying them.
Giving them away, they were. Honestly, giving them away. Like a big issue, they are.
I had a photo. Adrian Durham sent me a photograph of it. I said, I've never seen it before. It's because we won the Club World. Not something you'd know about, O'Hara, right? But I was very much part of that, the commentary. But Adrian sent me a photograph. So you've seen this? I'm like, who's making them? What? Who's buying them?
Yeah, you went down there and bought 10 of them, didn't you?
Conde, how do you win this game then? Talk to me. Who do you target?
I think the midfield is crucial for us. We were terrible midweek, by the way. I don't know whether you saw that against Wolves. Oh my word! It was a mixed bag of a team. He's been a silly boy. Another red card. Honestly, do not be surprised if there's a red card knocking about. It's all right for one of them. But I think the midfield, if we can dominate that area, they're not bad, actually. I've seen bits and pieces of them. They're not bad, Spurs. But at home, the record, Gab, as you well know, you pulled their pants down a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're not great, mate. They are not great.
It's not very noisy either, Conde.
Oh, it's quiet, mate.
Honestly, mate.
Nothing to cheer about.
Shut up.
There's nothing to cheer about.
I was the loudest person in the stadium when Villa scored, mate. Honestly, it was silent, mate.
Conde, I've got to ask you, right? Liverpool, I know you was doing a show with Rory last night.
Yeah.
Who do you think the biggest challenge? Do you think the title race is over?
Yeah, I do. I've not seen. I've said this to you. I've said this a long time ago now. Feels like 5-6 weeks ago. I've not seen enough of Liverpool, even when they were getting passed over the line, picking up 3 points later on. You can't keep getting away with that. And it's caught up with them. No one saw this off the edge of a cliff that's happened to Liverpool. But I do not see that something dramatic has got to happen to Arsenal's form, and there's got to be a massive upturn in Liverpool. I don't see those two coinciding.
No.
Man City, I think, might get the closest. Who knows? But something's going to happen to Liverpool. But then I suppose they'll be like Bournemouth and Sunderland fans saying, what about us? But I think over the course of a season now, I just don't see past Arsenal.
What about Chelsea, though? The money Chelsea have spent.
We're not good enough either, Gab.
Why?
Defensively, we're not good enough. But Arsenal conceded 3 goals. I watched that Chelsea side that conceded 15, right? I remember that team. That every single game, Chelsea went into it. We didn't look like we were going to concede. And we had quality up top. And Arsenal were too good defensively. Their structure as a unit is too good. They still got magic up top. They strengthened depth in wide areas.
Yes.
It used to be Martinelli and Saka, and that was pretty much it. Now that's not the case. They got Eze that can do a job out there. They got Noni. I know he's injured at the moment. They're not missing those players. Even with Odegaard out, Eze can come in there.
Yes.
They don't miss those big dogs anymore, and I can't see past Arsenal. And to be frank, they're a hell of a team at the moment.
Cundy, we're having a big discussion this morning about Gabby getting a haircut. He's bald. Now you've got a massive 5 head.
Yeah.
You go and get your hair cut, and I don't know why, because it's not growing back. But do you think Gabby should get a haircut, even though he's bald?
What do you mean haircut?
He goes to get his hair cut.
Well, he doesn't get it cut. He gets it shaved.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah. I mean, what do you want to do with it? Let's have a look at it.
Cundy.
He goes and sits in the barber's and gets his hair cut.
Cundy, what I explained, Cundy, was that bald men, the hair grows. You have to go and get your hair shaved. And also, you can have the treatment. You can get your nose wax, your ears waxed, the hot towel. Is that a problem to you, Cundy?
No, not at all, matey. Not at all. The trouble is, you're Jackie Potato Head there. I'm not so horror. Honestly, when he sits down, they don't know if I cut it or peel it. That's what it is. I'm having an hair transplant, by the way, Gab, as well.
What? Is it happening?
Yeah, I don't know yet, mate. I'm trying to find.
Everyone, he's sent out a few little application forms, and they've gone, "No, I can't fix that 5 head, mate. Can't fix that 5 head.
There's not enough strands.
I can't put hair on a table.
I'm going to bring it right down here, O'Hara. I'll have a better hairline than you.
Oh dear, Cundy, you're not with me game day, are you? You're doing Sports Bar.
No, I'm watching Chelsea beat Spurs, then I'm straight over to talkSPORT. It's a Sports Bar weekender. Myself and Dean Saunders, you were with him the other night. Liverpool can't lose again, can they, Gab? Against Villa?
Oh, every chance, but Villa's record is terrible, Anfield. So I think Liverpool will get the results.
All I want to see is a Chelsea-Villa win, mate. That's a great phone-in. Chelsea-Villa win.
Lovely. He's unbearable, isn't he? He's unbearable. Cundy, love you, mate. See you later.
All right, have a good weekend, boys.
You too,
Up
pal.
Chelsea. Up in Chelsea.
He's unbearable, mate. He's unbearable. Right, that was Jason Cundy. Arnie Slot has just said Alexander Isak 99% out of this weekend against Villa on talkSPORT. Is that a good thing for Liverpool fans? Could be. Up next, Gabby. He's going to announce who is the manager for our Movember 11. That's next. We've just had a text that says Gabby looks like a lollipop that's been under the sofa for 3 months. That's harsh. Yeah, you are listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Gabby Agbonlahor. Right, now it's time for this.
The ultimate 11 on talkSPORT with November. The moustache is calling. Grow and mow, raise funds, save lives. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Yeah, every day this week we're looking at iconic moustaches, terrible tashes in football to build our ultimate 11 squad, all thanks to Movember. So far, we've got Neville Southall in goal, back for Chris Kamara, Mark Lawrenson, Giuseppe Bergomi and Paul Bretner. Dynamite midfield consists of Graham Souness, Rivellino, Johnny Walk and Rude Hullet. And in attack, we've got Ian Rush and Mickey Quinn. Just the manager to pick now. First on the shortlist is this Premier League legend and a friend of talkSPORT.
Jose was pretty scathing about your performance.
I know he would. He can't take it, can he? He can't take it. He just can't take it because we've out-tacticked him, we've outwitted him. You know what I mean? He just can't cope, can he? Like, you know, so there you go.
He said he told you as well.
I know he did. He can tell me all he wants. I don't give a to be honest with you.
Yeah, big Sam Allardyce there. What a legend. Next up on the shortlist, we have 2002 World Cup winning Brazil manager Luis Felipe Big Phil Scolari. What about the man who guided Spain to their first ever World Cup, Vincent Del Bosque? But finally had to throw in this fictional character.
Swearing and shouting at people. Can't you think of something constructive to say? Because if you can, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, all right. Why don't you play two people up front instead of one?
Mike Bassett goes in there as well. Have you watched that film, Mike Bassett?
Yes,
what a film that is.
The good old days.
Oh, when he picks the team on the back of the the cigarette. It's amazing. I watch it and go, that's so me as a gaffer. I'd love to be like Mike Bassett. Unbelievable.
Make it up last minute.
Yeah, so we've got Phil Scolari, we've got Sam Allardyce, Mike Bassett, Vincent Del Bosque. I mean, loads of big managers there, matey. I mean, where do we go?
I think we've got to pick Scolari for me. Scolari's got to be the one.
He had a bit of a stinker at Chelsea, though, didn't he?
Won the World Cup with Brazil, though.
He did win
that
the
not
World
enough
Cup.
for you, Jamie?
I mean, it's pretty good, that. Yeah, and he's dealing with some big players as well.
Exactly.
Chris Kamara, Mark Lawrence and Rude Hullet. Ian Rush. Yeah,
big characters.
Are we going with Big Phil?
I think so, mate. Yeah, World Cup winner.
All right. That was our look at some iconic moustaches in football to add to our Ultimoto 11 squad. All thanks to Movember. Sign up now, Movember.com.
The ultimate 11 on talkSPORT with Movember. Grow a moustache, raise funds, save lives, and change the face of men's health. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Right, finally, Arnie Slot has come out. He's done a press conference this morning and said Isak 99% out of the game against Villa. It's live on talkSPORT. They're having a bit of a nightmare with him at the moment, aren't they? Really, it's not working, is it?
Do you know what it is as well? And you look at Newcastle and Voltermaid doing so well. Do you know what I mean? Scoring goals. I bet Newcastle fans are like, a bit of karma for you the way you left the club. So I think Isak will come good, but at the moment, it gives Ekitike a chance to get some game time, doesn't it?
Do you think it's a bad thing for Liverpool not having Isak?
Listen, you want your best players available, but like I said earlier, when the manager's got to make a decision, which one am I playing? Isak, Ekitike. Having one of them out for a couple of games.
Can they play together?
Oh, they did the other day, didn't they, in the game? And I didn't think it worked as a 4-4-2. And was it Isak that went off at half-time with an injury?
Yeah, he picked up the
injury. If you put Ekitike off the left and you still played that 4-3-3, I think it could work. But Gakpo's been in great form. So
well, he's been all right, Gakpo. He's done all right. I think that this is what people have been saying, obviously. When Isak's fully firing, he's going to be the number one. Ekitike can play on the left. I don't know if Ekitike wants to play on the left.
No.
I think he believes, when I watch him play, he believes he's the star.
Yes.
And he's every right to. He costs £70 million. He's a confident player, and he's been in decent form. He's hit the ground running. I think he will get the ump if he feels like he's getting pushed out.
And I think he wasn't told that they were going in for Isak when they signed him. Does he still come to Liverpool if he knows that they're going for Isak as well? Would he have went to Newcastle?
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Because I don't think he's going to sign.
I don't think he turned down Liverpool, though.
No, of course, but £70 million signing, like you says, he's thinking, okay, I'm going to come in. Núñez is going to go. I'm going to be the main man up there.
Yeah.
And then Isak comes in, and you're like, no. You know what I mean? I want to get in the World Cup squad for France. I want to be playing week in, week out. I don't want to be second fiddle to Isak. No way.
Yeah, it's a big game against you lot. It's lots of pressure on Arnie Slot. Let's just finish up some of the other games this weekend. West Ham, Newcastle. West Ham have been disgraceful this season. The football they've been played, unbelievably bad. Nuno's coming. It hasn't got any better.
No.
Listen, he's a good man. He's done a good job at Nottingham Forest. His team selections right now have been nothing short of horrible.
Do you know what I feel sorry for? Gerard Bowen. You're trying to get into the to the World Cup. He's been picked in the recent squads, missed out on one early on in the season. But you don't want to be in a relegation battle. I mean, Thomas Tuchel is going to be looking at him and saying, relegation battle, he's not going to score the goals, 3 goals this season. He's not going to score the goals he did previous seasons with the service he's getting at that football club. And you'll be looking at his England teammates and thinking, oh, they're fighting at the top. And I'm here in a relegation battle, 4 points from 9 games, not good enough. And
they've got no legs in midfield, mate.
No.
They've got no legs in midfield.
And if you're Newcastle, Jamie, that big pitch at the London Stadium, just go and have a nice day.
Don't enjoy yourself.
Go and enjoy yourself. Spread your legs. Harvey Barnes, Jacob Murphy, Langer, Gordon, whoever it is, get in behind. Get crosses in as well. West Ham can't defend crosses.
Well,
Newcastle's number 9, Volta made all the best.
Crosses.
Exactly. He's a danger in the box. Kilman has been a disappointment. Tadebo's a poor player. Mavropanos isn't very good. Yeah. Shambles, really, mate. Your favourite word.
Shambles.
Shambles geese.
They have been poor West Ham.
No blowing bubbles there, is the geese?
Unbelievably bad they've been. Nottingham Forest, Man United. Maybe a bit of spicy on the touchline stuff coming up with Dyche and Amorim. He dug him out as a pundit, or he says he didn't dig him out, but he's backtracked on that a bit, Dyche. But he said he could have got more results, playing 4-4-2. It'll be interesting to see how Amorim reacts if Man United go there and get a win.
And as well, it'll be interesting to see what team he plays, because the report against Bournemouth last week. So who does he play? Do you know what I mean? Does Hutchinson start? Does McAtee start? Is Chris Wood back from injury? Do you start with Gibbs White as a 10? Or do you start him off the wing as well? He's got so many options, Jamie. Douglas Luiz, does he play? Or is it Sangare and Anderson? I think Forest squad, probably man for man, is probably better than Manchester United's.
Yeah, it's a decent squad at the moment. Right, we're done. Are you going to go and get a haircut? You're going to go and get a massage and,
I'm going to go and explain to my Turkish barbers about you, about Goldstein, Kundi. They've told me to stop coming in. Do you know what I mean? So I'll
save yourself 25 quid and go and buy some bits, mate.
Yeah,
do it yourself.
Just shave it yourself in the shower.
Just shave it yourself, mate. You don't need the mirror behind you looking at nothing. Just skin. Don't forget, me and Rory Jennings are going to be live on talkSPORT tomorrow, 5:30 for the game day phone-in. Gabby has promised Kundi he'll join the Sports Bar Weekender tomorrow night as well. That's at 10:30 after Liverpool Villa. Up next, though, Little Sam, Big Alex Crook, and Medium Scott Minto.